on this rainy Tuesday morning. That's right, it's raining. Hopefully cool things off a bit, or
Is it raining now?
It was raining.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I could hear it in the hall earlier.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
I missed it.
Oh, yeah, we had some lightning down here.
I did see the storms coming in, but...
Yeah, a little rain. That's all right, we need it.
We need
Water.
the rain.
That's okay.
Water.
Isn't it funny how, like...
Makes makes plants grow.
That's what plants crave.
Yeah.
Do you remember your parents saying, like, oh, we really need the rain, and then you thought as a kid, like, what the hell are you even talking about?
Yeah.
Every time they would say that, I go, what are you, farmers?
Right.
Like, what are you concerned with? You're teachers. I always thought
We need it.
We need it.
We need it.
Oh, we really need the rain.
The grass is brown.
Yeah, all the vegetables that my parents
Grass
were growing.
is brown. Man, we've been getting these big mushrooms.
Oh, the bad ones, the false parasols or whatever?
Yeah, those the vomitous parasols, whatever they're called.
Yeah, making dogs
They're
sick.
like all over my neighborhood. Like they're these like big white. You're right, Rafe?
Yeah, sorry.
They're really pretty.
These big white, and they grow huge. Like they'll be small, and then the next morning they'll be ginormous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what those are good for, especially now that you find out that those are bad for dogs and you're supposed to get rid of them? Golf clubs.
Oh, yeah, just swing away, Mayor.
Yeah, get those spores all over the place.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess wear a mask and be a dork, but like...
Yeah, let's let them spread everywhere.
You just start hitting them with
Breathe them
baseball bats and stuff. Man, it's fun.
Oh, no, they're on my lawn. They're on the neighbor's lawn. Mm-hmm. And they're these big... Have you seen these?
Of course. Yeah, I get them out of the yard because my cats are like, ooh, what's this? And the next thing you know, they're dead. So you got to get them out of your yard.
Well, they'll make an animal throw up.
Right.
So my wife, with her home, I'm not going to spray any pesticide on here. I'm going to make something at home, with vinegar and blah, blah, blah.
That's how my Tim is, yeah.
So she puts in a spray bottle, the pumpable spray bottle, then you spray. So I'm like, I'm going to kill these mushrooms with whatever concoction that my wife put in this bottle. Oh, it killed the mushrooms. Also killed half the lawn.
Yeah, vinegar can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Killer.
Golf club's looking pretty good now.
Yeah, mushrooms are gone. Also half the lawn,
Well,
which is...
You can't have it.
Can't have it all, huh?
Can't have it all. Sorry.
Can't have it
Just
all.
looks like an elephant took a leak right there.
Yeah, I just got giant spots everywhere now.
Your dogs make urine stains all over your yard?
Yeah, well, the female dogs have a tendency to do that because they concentrate their pee in one spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where the male dogs, they lift their legs and they're spraying all over the place.
Right.
Oh man, I had this one. It never happened to me. None of my dogs have ever done that. But when I had the long-haired Chihuahua, the little dude, somebody gifted me seeds from the grass that was from Manchester United's stadium, Old Trafford, like the same kind of grass. Mm-hmm. And I grew it, and it's like, the most neon, incredible green grass. I forget what it was, some sort of rye grass or something. And I was like, oh man, what do I do with this? And I had it in my kitchen, so I was like, I'm going to put it outside. And I put it outside, which, by the way, doesn't match Missouri grass. So I had this like neon green small patch of grass that was amazing. Well, a Chihuahua found that and was like, oh,
I'll make
it my spot. So then it killed that, and then that just stayed his pee spot. So I forever had this. It wasn't even yellow anymore, man. It was just a grassless little
little patch.
It was like a Death Valley patch that he would pee in every single time.
Does anybody know the legalities of putting a sign? Okay, there's a couple neighbors that put up little signs on the side. Because I walk the dogs. Me and the wife walk the dogs almost every evening. And there are some neighbors that put up the little signs on their side lawns that say, please don't walk your dog. No poop or pee here.
Right.
What?
Yeah, if you drive down Ballas, there's this really beautiful house that has a yard that has a lot of native flowers. And that's one of the signs that I see all the time when I'm on Ballas.
It's not on their main lawn.
Oh, okay.
It's not on the main lawn.
It's on their shared.
It's on it's main lawn, sidewalk, and the little side strip.
Yeah.
The little side strip next to the walkway and next to the road.
Oh.
That's not binding in any way, right?
Absolutely not.
Right?
In fact, I think it
city
makes
property.
the neighborhood look stupid.
I think so as well. And there's one house that has it on their lawn, the little side strip. That is the worst lawn in the neighborhood. Like, they're the only ones that don't mow.
Oh, great.
Like, their lawn is garbage, and they know it.
The dog doesn't want to poop there anyway.
Right. Nobody does.
But that's not legally binding or anything like that, right?
Judge, I had a silly sign that said, "Don't have your dog pee here." Come on, man, that's ridiculous.
No, because my daughter came out, and my daughter said that a dude came out and yelled at her.
Well, okay.
She was walking the dogs.
Yeah, she was walking one of the dogs. Dog took a crap, and she was going to pick it up. And the guy goes, "Are you going to pick that up?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm surprised she didn't like cuss at him.
You're going to pick that up?"
Yeah, and throw it in your direction.
This is the same dude yesterday. True story. True story.
It's time for a true story.
True story. I'm not a fan of this guy. It's about 2 houses up from me.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Proximity.
Yeah. Well, after I tell you the story, you'll see why. So I'm I'm now becoming a passenger princess now.
Oh, cool.
You know, I'm trying to let go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let go and become a passenger princess
Full,
now.
near full transition.
So we're coming from the gym. My wife's driving, and we're going up Clayton Road. And Clayton right before you get to 109, it's 30 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. So Clayton Road is 30 miles an hour in this one little strip. It's one little stretch, maybe, a mile and a half long, 2 miles long. And it is an enforced 30. An enforced 30 miles an hour.
Right.
There are cops a lot of the times waiting for people to go faster than 30 miles an hour. In fact, my wife's been pulled over there twice. So she woes her down from 45 to about 35. So she's still speeding a little bit. And a car comes right up behind her. Well, first of all, before we got to that stretch of road, the lanes become 2 and then 1. So you're supposed to merge. Well, this super cool black Mercedes tries to punch it and get in front of her. Punch it, in fact, that he goes up on the off the road to try to get in front of her. Doesn't make it. Ooh. So now he's pissed. He's pissed that he can't get in front of my wife. Mm-hmm. So now the road goes to 30 miles an hour. And now he is up her ass. Up her ass. And you could tell this guy's moving back and then accelerating forward, getting right up to her bumper. I mean, this guy's being a real douchebag.
Sounds like
And you know the kind of guy I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And you know the kind of situation it is. Dude, it's 30 miles an hour. We're going 35. There's nothing we could do here. So I tell her, hey, I said, just back it down to even 30. Let's piss him off a little more. So now we're going 30 miles an hour. This guy's on her ass. And I'm like, man, this guy, what a dick this guy is.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
Just relax, buddy. Just relax. And finally, when it splits off into 2 lanes, he goes right in front of Lafayette High School. He goes about 70 miles an hour around her just to get in front of her. To show her who's boss.
Yeah, show
her who's got the bigger penis.
Yeah,
in this,
look at the V6 in my
scenario.
Mercedes.
It is a cool Mercedes.
They all are.
Anyway, he races in front of her to the stoplight. Right? Really showed her.
Mm-hmm. And then you pull up next to him and look over. Hey, man, we meet again.
Really showed her. So we make a right down 109, going north at this point, and where does this guy turn off?
Oh, no.
Into our subdivision.
It's that guy.
And I go, oh, it's that guy. It's the guy.
What a
It's
turd.
the neighbor with the signs.
Of course it is. Man, he probably hates your whole family, too.
Well, because you know what? Because, the wife and I were stewing in the car after this. And we're coming up with things in our head, like let's pit maneuver him. Let's run him off the road. That kind of stuff. As we Rizzutos tend to do, overreact to things. And remember my wife told me I got to chill sometimes?
Yeah.
Remember that time I held the door open for somebody and she goes, I don't want to live in this world where you get upset at things, somebody not saying thank you.
Yeah.
Here she is. Here she is coming up with things in her head.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's driving. She's the one that's
driving.
being offended here.
And this is the guy 2 doors down.
What do you know?
What a jerk.
He drives a Mercedes.
And he's got a lot of cool cars.
These cool Mercedes.
He's
black.
got another cool car, too, that he puts in the front of his driveway and he washes and he makes sure everybody sees it.
Single guy? He's got a family?
Older, probably 60s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You have any other interactions with him, typically?
Other than the howdy.
Yeah.
Just a
Oh,
wave.
yeah.
That's about it.
Oh man.
That's about it.
Yeah, those neighbor interactions elsewhere, and then you get into the neighborhood, like and you have to play kind of a different character. I got flipped off. I guess I cut this guy off, and he flipped me off. And you guys know me, like if he's gonna do that and get up on my bumper or whatever, I'm just gonna kind of turn like that and make the cry symbol. And,
I was gonna do that. I was gonna do the cry symbol. I didn't get. He went so fast.
This guy was so aggro, and he had such a big truck and was so aggressively flipping me off and like doing this thing. And this is like right at the light at my house. And it's like, there's no place, there's like maybe a 30-foot gap here where somehow I offended this man. And it was so intense. And of course, we go across the thing and I'm like, I'm thinking, man, I would love to do the cry thing here, but this guy's probably going to take it further if he sees something like that. And we go right down the same street, and then, oh no, turns on our street. Thank goodness he just kept on going.
Oh yeah,
but I definitely was like,
away.
oh, I'm gonna putt for a minute so he doesn't see which house I go into, because
Right.
this idiot is the guy that would like front me on my lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like just come up and bow up. You cut me off. I don't even know what I
Especially
did.
with the stash that you have rocking right now. I mean, people want to mess with you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Obviously,
They want to
nowadays-
take down the big guy. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. Handlebar mustache. Get out of here.
Nowadays, you hear all these stories. We read too much. Honestly, we read too much.
Yeah, you see too much.
But everybody's a tough guy out there. I bet you as soon as he saw you guys turn in there, he's like, oh.
No, I bet you didn't.
I got flipped off the other day too for like I was turning right onto Manchester to get in the turn lane to go into this gas station, and I whipped it and I got in the turn lane, and then old boy laying on his horn, young guy, just finger blazing out the window to me, and I was like, dude, I didn't even like. I guess that can be considered a cutoff, but I thought I had enough space. I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Young folks are doing it though.
Oh yeah,
The finger lives, huh?
and he had a passenger queen in there, so I mean, he was like flipping off in front of his
Passenger
lady.
princess.
I
Yeah.
have to admit, I haven't seen young folks. I've only seen old, just bitter-looking dorks do it.
This guy was a little. I feel like I was older than him. I thought, I'm your elder. Damn it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Anybody watch the home run derby last night?
No,
No, I didn't know that was on.
Oh, I thought you'd be.
dude. When I was
What
a kid,
did I watch last
when I was a kid, that used to be so cool, and the dunk contest. Those things were so awesome. And the older I got, I was like, are these boring, or have they become boring?
Just not the superstars in it anymore.
Maybe that's it.
Like the superstars don't play. Like the dunk contest for the NBA All-Star game. Michael Jordan.
Downey
used to do it.
Wilkins. Yeah, dude. It was so exciting.
Now, like the superstars don't want to get hurt.
But was it so? That's what I'm asking. Was it so exciting, or was I just like in the zone?
Well,
as far
we
as,
were
like,
also into it, but then you had the superstars, going as well.
okay.
I'm not sure who was in it for the MLB last night.
I do have news in sports about a Cardinal at the All-Star game or not.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't really have much representation, at this year's All-Star game. But the home run derby was last night, but nobody's talking about the dingers being hit.
Were there
It was-
dingers?
There were a lot of dingers.
Nice.
It was the singer, not the dingers, that people are talking about.
Go on.
And I was not watching, but I opened up my social media around 8:30, almost 9 o'clock last night, and even in emails. Rafe, you saw this. How many emails we got about the
A lot.
national anthem?
Oh, yeah.
Very many.
We're still getting them.
The national anthem being sung last night prior to the home run derby.
A real rough go at it.
I've never heard of this woman, Ingrid Andress.
No, it said 4-time Grammy nominated.
Four-time Grammy Award. This is from Variety.
Adele Azim.
4-time Grammy nominee Ingrid Andress took to the mic this evening at the MLB Home Run Derby to perform the national anthem, only to perplex attendees and social media at large with her rocky rendition.
Let's hear it.
Andres hit the Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas to open the event as expected prior to a baseball game. Only things took a turn when she began singing, missing notes along the way and drawing visible reactions from the players on hand. Social media was quick to jump on the performance, comparing it to Fergie's disastrous live version of the Star-Spangled Banner at the 2018 NBA All-Star Game, and Roseanne Barr's infamous rendition of the song at a Padres game back in 1990.
It's much closer to Roseanne Barr than it is Fergie. When I was listening to the description, I was reading the description, I was like, whoa, what could this be like? The Fergie thing gets such crash, but
It's terrible.
it's a terrible arrangement and rendition. But but she's still singing in key. She's still singing that.
Listen, I'm not a
whatever that
musician.
version
I'm not a
is.
singer. I don't know I just know what sounds good in my ear holes.
Right. But what I'm saying is, when somebody says, "Oh, this is comparable to that," that instance, it's more of like a rendition. Like, oh, look what they tried to do and swing and miss.
When they say comparable to, they're not taking it from a singer's perspective. They're taking it from it's comparably terrible.
A performance.
Well, what I'm saying is, when I read the descriptions, I was like, "What could this sound like? Is it just bad singing? Is it a weird attempt? Some out there strange version?" Guys,
I'll just say the song starts off decent, but the second half was a nightmare.
Okay.
Here we go.
I am excited for this.
This is Ingrid Andres
you haven't
from
heard this?
No.
the Home Run Derby last night.
Live reaction.
I started and kind of towards the part where she starts really killing it.
Boots, broad stripes, and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare.
Oh,
It sounds like orgasmic. Like we're having an orgasmic anthem. Like, yeah.
And the weird thing is, when you watch it, she is not really opening her mouth, and it's, I don't know. She doesn't look drunk or any of that kind of stuff, but she doesn't look like
she does look like she's enjoying
She
herself.
did not show up and look like she is a performer. Does that make sense? She looks like somebody pulled her out of the 30th row.
You look, and somebody said, you look like you could sing.
And then she's like, "Oh God, I'm kind of nervous about it," but not even nervous. Like, she's making this face like it's upsetting her.
Well, here we go.
Streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
Was that you or her?
does
Oh my gosh.
that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Take it home.
And the home of the
It's very orgasmy.
It is.
And when you think of it through that filter, I think it's kind of special.
I'm gonna say, I don't mean this to sound bad, but I almost wonder if alcohol was involved. But I think she's a young gal. I feel terrible for her. Best thing she can do is not make a statement and just let this go away. But turns out, I'm looking her up. I just think she's not an experienced performer and not a singer. She is nominated because she is a co-writer on a lot of songs.
Good for her.
Right, yeah. She, native to Michigan and raised in Colorado, Andres has a fruitful career in the country space, releasing her first album, Ladylike, in March of 2020. Between that and her 2022 sophomore album, Good Person, Andres earned 2 Billboard Hot 100 hits with More Hearts Than Mine and Wishful Drinkin'. She did that song with Sam Hunt, which peaked at number 30 and 47, respectively. Throughout her career, Andres has been nominated for 4 Grammys, including Best New Artist, Best Country Song, and Best Country Album in 2021. Yeah, okay, so being compared to Fergie, you just heard Ingrid from last night. Here's Fergie from 2018.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, are we going to be adding Ingrid to the list of our national anthems?
Oh, it's already in the. It's already
fantastic.
it's already into my bad anthems folder.
I'm very proud of you.
I have a whole folder that says bad anthems. You want me to go through it?
I
What
mean,
if
I
there
don't want
was-
you to, but
United
okay.
we stand.
What if she did have those like vibrating panties on that like you give somebody else control of, and her husband was just being merciless while she
man.
was.
He was in the
If
stands.
that's
Yeah.
the case, make a statement.
There's like one guy in the stands. It's like looking all weird with a remote control in his hand. You'll know that's what's up.
You know what,
That's
Rafe?
cool.
I think that's the only way she could get out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
Make that
spin
statement.
it. Be like,
Make
here's
it.
the thing. My husband and I were experimenting with some
Vibrating panties.
dom control stuff. I forgot I double booked.
I forgot I had them
Double
on. I
booked
was-
my hubby in dom control with the national anthem at the All-Star game.
She was nervous. She was singing in front of America. She forgot she had them on. Her husband sat on the remote. We could even go that route.
Freaky mistakes. It happens.
The dog stepped on the remote. Turns out it's more high-powered than I thought. It was at the hotel.
That's a tough song, but she picked it just out of her range.
Yeah, it is a tough
do feel
song.
bad.
My bean started vibrating. Things got out of
And
hand.
things got out of hand.
Yeah, there's a couple articles that are saying that this one's the worst in history. Like, you don't go to sporting events if you think that's the worst in history. No way.
I mean, maybe as far as nationally televised ones, it's pretty damn bad, dude. That's up there.
It's a
It's just horny for America.
bad
too.
day for her.
Yeah, it just reminds me of, people are having different experiences. It's hitting on something that's a little perverse in everybody. In my mind, I'm going like, whoa.
Oh, you're
Those are
thinking she's
noises I've
really into
heard.
the song? I don't know. Did you see a picture of her? I mean,
No,
she
see,
looks like.
I want you to watch the video.
Those are noises you've heard.
Yeah, like in pornographic film.
Learn, watch the video of her doing it, because I mean, she doesn't look. She doesn't look overly nervous,
Right.
and B, she doesn't look overly comfortable.
She doesn't look really into it.
I don't
No,
know.
I mean-
how old is this kid? Now I feel bad.
She's
seeing her. I thought
33.
she was okay. She's
Not a
33.
kid.
Yeah, she's not a kid.
Not a
She
good
looks
morning
very
for
young.
Ingrid. It's not a good morning for Ingrid.
Sweet Ingrid, tell the world about your
vibrating
vibrating
about it
panties.
next week.
I'm just not
Just
sure.
go with the vibrating panties thing.
Yeah, it seems like she just hasn't found her voice. Like, she doesn't know who she is as a performer, and that's
That
Been
happens.
around for a little while though, so.
that happens.
All right, Bad Anthem folder. Here we go.
Here we go.
You're just starting Ingrid, our newest addition to the Bad Anthem folder. Fergie, you heard. Remember this one?
For the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming,
Come on, man.
and the rockets, red
Oh,
the bombers came through the night that are black.
that's Carl Lewis.
Okay.
Olympic gold medalist, Carl Lewis, who actually has a pretty good voice.
I commend him for not trying to hit the note he couldn't hit. He
He
diverted.
gave it a shot, like the true Olympian he is. Gave it a shot.
That's right.
Didn't make it on the podium that night. Not even a bronze for old Carl Lewis. Okay, we got this one.
Oh, say, can you see my doubts early light were so proudly behaved by the twilight's that gleaming.
Oh, man, I
boy,
feel so bad for this guy.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. You lost the words,
lost
and you're
our
like,
place.
"Oh, sustain a note. It'll come. It'll come. It'll come. It's not coming. It's not coming."
And you know what sucks about that is the national anthem is the one song that you can't ad lib your way out of because
No.
everybody knows. I mean,
Everybody knows the words.
You know those lyrics until you're the one singing them,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you forget them.
It's a really tough song, note wise and word wise.
I don't know why I have that one.
It's not the easiest.
I have that one titled "Polish Guy Butchers the Star Spangled Banner in MMA Fight."
that last one. What are you saying?
I don't know.
What's
I have
the
it
problem?
labeled. I have it labeled as that. It's from 2010.
You saying he didn't sound Polish?
No,
Oh,
it
well,
did not sound Polish.
I don't know.
By the twilight's that gleaming. And the rockets will glare, and the rockets will glare.
Yeah. Rockets red glare. Rockets red glare.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Round of applause.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, so I'm trying to look up using those words, and here's one that says guy tries to sing American anthem at a Polish MMA event. Maybe that was it.
Maybe that's
maybe
it.
the event was in Poland.
It's September of 2010.
This says 12 years ago.
All right, there's somebody named Rocco DeLuca. Here we go.
Oh man, you're already starting high. Those high notes are going to be high.
So we're already starting high. Now we got to go higher, right?
We got to go way higher here.
We got to
in
go
just a minute. You got to know where you're starting.
And the rockets red glare. So we got to go higher. Not bad.
Hey, you hit it.
Not bad. Of all those, I think this could have been the best
Yeah,
one.
that's the note.
Of course, we got Roseanne. We all know that one.
Yeah. We don't need to continue that.
You know, every once in a while, they'll have somebody do the anthem on guitar, the most famous being Jimi Hendrix.
For sure.
I know the Seattle Seahawks, every once in a while, have Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains come down and do the anthem on electric guitar, or Metallica does theirs at Candlestick Park, or whatever they call it now, wherever the Giants play. The guys from Metallica, James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, they come down, they shred the anthem. So how about this? Anthem on guitar.
It's just a little ditty.
I dropped my pick.
Pluck it.
Oh. Yeah, bend it. At least the place sounds empty. Dude, here I found an article of the 10 worst, and here's so funny. Who's Cat DeLuna? Does anybody know that?
Cat DeLuna.
That's one we actually play.
Okay, Cat DeLuna from 2008, Christina Aguilera from 2011, and Steven Tyler from 2012. Interestingly enough, all the videos scrubbed.
Ooh. Really?
Oh, yeah.
What do you know?
My beloved Steven Tyler.
Your beloved.
You know which one isn't, though, that you love, that we play all the time? Madison Rising.
Oh, America's most patriotic band.
That's right, from 2014.
Madison Rising.
Oh, it was like a band version, and
Yeah, it's from a NASCAR event.
yeah, it was interesting.
Oh.
But we that's in the bad anthem folder and in the
That's an actual rotation.
actual
Before the show.
rotation anthem.
Okay, there's Woman Butcher's National Anthem at County Fair. Okay.
Whose bright
Oh, dude, this one was so good.
and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Yeah.
I'd like to bet on the over 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
O'er the ramparts we walked.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
We're so gallant.
Oh, this woman is clearly hammered.
Dream.
Hammered.
She's living in the slow-mo
Or
universe.
she just moves very slow.
Hammered.
Here's one that says is the worst. Jamie Foxx 2015 at the Pacquiao fight. I don't remember that.
See if you can play it.
Pacquiao Mayweather fight. I am.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the national anthem of the United States. To lead us, please welcome.
I mean, he
to
can
the
sing.
microphone,
Yeah.
The multi-talented entertainment superstar, Jamie Foxx.
All right. Looking gorgeous.
Looks
Tell you
great.
that.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
That's not.
Whose broad stripes and bright
How dare them put him on this list?
Now, you know what?
Maybe it goes somewhere from here.
I don't remember that one.
It says that he even had to go on an apology tour for it. Yo, I bet you.
Which they say, which honestly was not necessary.
Yeah. Looks great, sounds great, is great.
fine.
What are you talking about?
Maybe it gets weird
It's a little off.
because there's some.
What?
He's really motioning a lot towards the end here.
Oh, you want to? Let's see.
that our flag was
Let's see.
through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Dude, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He sounds great.
I actually like the organ too.
Me too.
Like that kind of classic. At first, it was kind of clashing, but
And the whole
man, people just criticize the song.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
One more. This is my absolute favorite of all time.
Frank? Right stripes.
Yeah, it's my favorite version. Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
I feel so patriotic right now.
Yeah.
So pumped
Salute.
Hey, since you love people whistling, you know I know you love whistlers. Somebody just sent us one of. I just emailed it to you, of somebody that whistles it. Chris Altman. Chris Ullman whistles
A
the national
whistling
anthem.
National anthem.
This was at Red Sox and Orioles in May.
I mean, this sounds like it would probably be a good one.
Somebody from a Major League Baseball organization just emailed it to us.
Okay. Here we go.
Whoa.
It's waiting for it to pull up here. Okay. Whistling anthem.
Lightning.
And member of the Whistlers Hall of Fame, Chris Ullman,
the Whistlers
who will
Hall
now
of
honor
Fame.
our nation with his rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner.
This already rules.
I love this.
We got to add this to the rotation.
Tell Scott to put it in when he gets back.
Oh, he's birding out, dude.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I actually like this.
You have to do this at an Orioles Cardinals game, though. You know what I'm saying? Or the Blue Jays.
Listen, it's not every day you get somebody from the Whistling Hall of Fame to come down again.
Honestly,
to
dude,
the Camden
those notes
Yards.
are hard to hit.
To make
I bet they're
30,000
real hard to
people.
whistle.
To make, well, you know what they say? They say that if you can sing it, you can whistle it. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told.
I don't know.
Or if you can whistle it, you can sing it. Maybe that was it.
I do want to talk about this. I read this last night, and I want, yeah, I especially want Lern's opinion on this. First dates, okay, first date, and we none of us here have used the apps before, so this is something that's
This is out of our jurisdiction.
something that's kind of foreign to us. But have you ever met a guy? First date, but really didn't know him that well.
Yeah. I used to work at the South County Mall. Met a lot of dudes.
Okay. So first dates can be a total crapshoot. Trying to find a connection with somebody who was basically a complete stranger. All while dodging like awkward silences and maybe weird bathroom breaks. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But what happens when the awkwardness goes to a whole new level? So so this is from the Am I the A-hole section of Reddit, where one user is asking if they messed up big time on a date. So this is a gold digger test. So this is from a woman talking about a date with a guy.
Okay.
She says, I went on a date with a guy who I met through a dating app. Date started out good. We had a great time until I asked him what he does for work. He said he is a tradesman, and I asked what kind. He seemed to hesitate for half a second and then said carpenter. I started asking him questions like what kind of carpentry he does, furniture, structural, roofing, etc. Carpentry is such an interesting topic, so I was genuinely curious. But he fumbled and kind of tried to change the topic, which I was not having. He ended up admitting he's not a carpenter. He just wanted to test me.
Okay.
He apparently makes a lot of money and wants women to like him because of his personality, not for his money. So he has to be cautious and made up a low-paying job as a test.
Like in quotes, blue-collar job instead of like a white-collar job maybe he has.
Whatever he does, he makes a lot of money.
Carpenters make a lot of money, I thought. So maybe he didn't know that. Well, yeah, that's an interesting way to approach it.
Once she writes, I told him his personality test is dishonest and he failed my test of being a decent person.
I kind of get this.
I agree with her.
I would like if I were single and I was out dating, I don't know if I would like lead with what I do. I don't tell a lot of people, like whenever I'm getting like facials or when people like that don't need to really know what my business is.
Yeah, then you can tell them that, but you don't lie to them. You don't start a relationship with if you can't be honest, then how you supposed to build love on top of like the very first thing that we had was you like determining that it was a wise idea to test me through lies. Like
isn't the first date like a total test though? It's a test
but it's
okay, but
it is yes, it is a test of compatibility.
Yeah.
So,
but it's usually both sides know they're being tested.
So why is he doing this? He's doing this as an honesty test because he is looking for somebody to love him for him, right?
Right.
Well, how am I supposed to then involve myself and trust you going
What
forward?
else is a test?
If
Sure.
if like in 3 years you determine that lying to me about our bank account is now a test for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Here's what I think. I so like whenever people ask me what I do and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to talk about the rich show and I just want to like get down to brass tacks of whatever service I'm getting. I'm just in communications. I don't completely lie, but or they say like, oh, where do you work? And I go, oh, Hubbard Communications. And nobody knows what the hell that is.
Right.
So, it used to be Emmis Communications. People go, oh, and so then because maybe the same thing, like he should have said something within the line of work he does. If carpenter is completely opposite of what he does, that's a lie, but maybe he should have just kind of brushed over what he did a little bit without getting too into it, where if he's trying to, sift out the gold diggers, maybe he's had a problem with this, and this is just his
he's
reaction.
probably been burnt in the past.
Yeah.
There's a better way of handling it. She writes, so when I was complaining to one of my friends, she said I overreacted a bit. And at least should have asked about his past experiences because he has probably been burned before, and I have no idea what it's like to be a high-earning man.
I totally understand his reasoning.
But I kind of do have an idea as I work with a lot of well-paid men, and none of them do outrageous BS like this. Am I the a-hole?
No, I understand exactly what he's doing and why, but there's no excuse for dishonesty. Like, I mean, if you want to say, something. I mean, you're just flat out lying.
But
as a test, that's just ridiculous.
Is this worse if you, like, just to use his example, let's say you are a carpenter and you don't make a lot of money, and then you lie and say you make a lot of money. Is that worse than this, or is it the same? Because I feel like that happens, too, on dates, where people inflate their...
That is reality show Joe Millionaire.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the same.
I met that dude, Evan Marriott.
Really?
Evan Marriott was his name.
Do you remember that show, dude?
Oh, yeah.
It
Just
was
like
the best.
sold all these girls. He was loaded, and he was just like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Made
girl,
like
the girl that won was
$35K a
so
year.
sweet. She was so sweet and so beautiful, and then she's like, "Oh, cool.
You're just a regular
I've been
guy."
had. I've done this whole
I
show."
think
And
she wound up going to do Playboy.
the dark-haired gal.
And
The
now
one
she's
who-
a
The one?
millionaire.
I think the second or third place one that was kind of like, because she was like, if I remember right, there was a couple like girlfriend material and a couple like wife material, and he ended up fooling with a lot of the girlfriend material and then picking the wife material gal.
You know what?
And then she was like, "What?
We're adults here. This whole test thing. Like, what? I'm not in school anymore. I don't need a test.
That's a cute word to say lie.
Oh, I'm testing you.
Yeah.
What do you think the internet said, Rafe?
Is
the internet with the guy or with the girl?
I don't know. This could go either way. I do the same thing though as Lern. Like I will avoid telling anyone I'm a stand-up comic in a social situation mostly because of my profession. Like the first thing they want is
tell me a joke.
Tell me to tell them a joke, or they want to tell me one. You can use this in your skits.
You use this in your act.
I'm good, man. Your personal anecdotes probably not going to go over to a general audience, but thank you. So I will say something like, I'll be like, I'm a public speaker, or I work in entertainment. Like I'll keep it vague.
Yeah.
I don't say that
I'm a public
I'm a paraglider.
Speaker. Yes, I'm a public speaker.
I'll say something else.
I don't think that's a great
better.
cover.
Yeah.
That may lead to more questions.
Yeah, you're right.
I speak in public.
I was trying to think of it's like saying you're a musician, right? Not saying the exact rock band that you're in.
Right.
For Moon or something like that.
Right.
You let them decide what that means for them.
That's funny. I mean, it's funny that people would have a problem with this because I feel like everybody's so guarded on a first date. Even if you don't want to be, you still know, like, you don't know this person, especially if it's somebody you've never met and it is a straight blind date.
Off the dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
There's 100 ways for this guy to stay honest and not reveal his freaking income. I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
I mean,
here?
I don't know what he
But
does.
this guy's so cleverless that like he'd be like, I'm a carpenter.
Or
What if he's somebody that can be
Get
Googled,
out of here.
though?
it also could be a humble brag.
Then that would have already happened, or it's going to happen
the end of the
anyway.
day.
And
I
you
guess
should
that's
know
right.
that. Like, there's just no. I mean, many are the tools of the devil. Lies are always the handle. Get out of here. Dishonesty is dishonest.
This could be a brag. It could be you. All right. Good date. You passed the test. Just want you to know, I'm not a carpenter. I'm a banker, and I make $500K a year.
Right? Like,
Come on. What is that?
you didn't have to follow it with your salary.
Most of the internet says that the dude's the a-hole.
I don't know. I'm against it.
We have no evidence that he really is a high-earning man, just his word. But you do have evidence that he's a liar. This dude has baggage probably don't need to be dealing with. I went on a date with a similar guy, and he was effing insufferable. If he values himself so highly because of his earning, he should be looking for high-earning women or just planning on a solid prenup.
Well, if he's a high-earning man, he's probably on one of those elite apps. Where
Not going around testing women with lies.
I'm not cool with the lie. I'm cool with the flub. I'm like, if you want to protect, if that's maybe the second date's when you kind of get more into it. I think you go the route of being a little vague with what you do.
Hey, by the way, shout out to all the carpenters out there.
What's up?
Yeah.
How
Making
about-
good money,
How
by
about
the
this
way.
guy? This guy picking
That's the most insulting part
the
to me.
profession
For real.
of carpenter.
Well, if she'll be with a lowly carpenter, I know she'll. That's the thing that I find most offensive.
It
I'm
is.
like,
Me too.
Most of my friends in the trades are pulling it down.
Me too.
Yeah.
When
And
he
you
said-
want a carpenter.
When he
super
said
well.
carpenter, I was like, ooh, man.
I almost feel like it would
Douchey.
work against him. The girl's like, ooh, carpenter, he can fix some stuff around the
Yeah.
house. And he's like,
He wants to
actually,
fix
I'm an
ceilings looking
accountant. Yeah. And he's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I could do more with a carpenter than an accountant.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
JC was a carpenter.
Yeah.
You're in good company.
Can
Johnny Cash was a carpenter. You're
Can an
right.
accountant build floating shelves? I don't think so.
You just reminded me of, is it Owen Wilson and
That's what I was doing.
Meet the parents, and he's
parents,
like, JC, you're in good company. And
Yeah.
he's like, how's your portfolio? I'd say strong, quite strong.
Is that when he built the chuppah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did it
yeah,
out
yeah.
of one log. That whole
chuppah?
go back and rewatch that scene, and Robert De Niro is losing it in the scene. You can see him break character for like a split second.
Thank you for picking up my movie
Of
quote
course.
of the day.
And then they burn it down because of all the
Yeah.
lacquer on it and the poop in the yard.
Yeah, listen, as if dating wasn't hard enough. Now we got tests. We don't need that. Come on. Relax, everybody.
That first date is
Nobody's
just one
after
big
your money.
interview.
Nobody's after your money.
Yes, they are. There's some people out there after.
Okay, then if somebody's after your money, then
It is one big
It's not
interview.
gonna work.
And play straight. Play straight, because what if it all works out? You don't want to base anything on,
I like your
falsehoods.
heart. Yeah, I get it.
all right, here's another one. Possibly overreacting. I don't know. Anybody here go to like sleepaway summer camp as a kid?
Always wanted to, never got to. Camp Ondesonk. Jealous of my friends that got to go.
Scout camp.
Scout camp I went to for like a week at a time.
I did a soccer camp in middle school as well. That was really cool. Stayed in a college, like college dorm.
How long was it? Was it a week? Was it 2 weeks? Was it a month?
Felt like forever. I want to say it was probably 5-6 days. Probably a week, maybe 2.
There were kids I grew up with, the more affluent kids. Summer would come, and they'd be gone for the entire summer. Their parents would ship them away to sleepaway camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it became part of their summer. Like, oh, Eric, you don't see Eric after school ends. Like, he's around for like a week and a half, and then they ship him off to summer camp.
Have a good summer.
And you don't see him till late August.
Have a good other life. See you in September.
Which, thinking about it, I'm like, man, this guy's got a whole nother life with like these other friends.
Totally different people.
Like, he's got his summer camp friends.
Yeah, it's like he's got a summer. I mean, he's got a summer home. These children have 2 homes.
But then thinking about it, as a parent now, it's like parents don't want to deal with their kids in the summer and just send them away. They have the means to just get rid of their kids for like 2.5 months.
And also, isn't that quite emotional for most of my friends who have kids that are sent away for 2 nights? The parents are kind of crying the first night. I have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's different. It's different for us than when it was for our parents. We were feral. I was a feral cat. You know what I mean? I was just wandering about. So like, they didn't see me in the summer anyway. Until it was family vacation time for those 6 days or whatever, I was outside. I may as well have been away.
My wife's cousin sends her kids to summer camp every summer. They go away for the entire summer, and the kids look forward to it. It's part of their thing. So,
I always wanted that. I always wished I had it.
To have that,
as you see it in the movies, and you're like, oh man, a camp. Like you go to camp, and you're like,
you meet your twin that you didn't know you had.
Yeah. Any of that. Never had any of it.
you could be summer Rafe, and summer Rafe is different than regular.
I wanted to go to camp on
fall, winter, spring Rafe.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to. You know what? I wanted to get in a water balloon fight with the rich kids from the country club who are trying to take over our camp. I never got to do that.
I wanted to have my first kiss with old Johnny that lives in Chesterfield, and I'll never see him again.
I wanted a wet, hot American summer, huh?
Oh, that movie.
No, you know what I wanted? Whitewater Summer. You ever see that? Holy smokes. Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yeah, I did see that movie.
And what's the dude? Sean Astin. Dude, it's amazing. It's like a mountain climbing and whitewater, like,
I remember that
adventure
movie.
thing, and he goes out.
Like adventure camp?
Yeah, well, he pushes him a little too hard, and we all know what happened to Kevin Bacon on that cliff. But, man, when you see that, and they're, like, rappelling, and they're on mountains, and like, oh, my God, I want to do that. I'm 13. I could do this.
Listen, summer vacation is one of the few times that kids could just be kids, right? Without the pressures of waking up early, sitting in class, doing homework. And it's no surprise that some kids go a little feral during their time off from school. Mm-hmm. They go a little feral. But one dad took the internet to kind of complain about the summer camp that he sent his kid to, his 10-year-old daughter. The dad is pissed that the 10-year-old, who was gone for 2 weeks, didn't shower once. So the dad blamed the sleepaway camp after discovering that his 10-year-old kid didn't shower for 2 weeks.
Whatever, dude.
It's camp.
I was like 16, and I went up into a music festival. 16, 17, 18, all like for a couple summers in a row. It was a week long. I was camping. No way in heck I was using those showers up there. I didn't shower for a week either, man. You just jump in a river and then
the lake.
Go to the next show.
Nah, that's gross.
Yeah, there were the kids.
I'm not saying
remember
it wasn't.
At Boy Scout sleepaway camp, there were the kids that didn't shower for the week.
Oh, and kids already stink.
Mm-hmm.
There were the kids that didn't, because they were group showers.
Yeah, dude. Some of us were insecure at that point. We're like, why am I doing that? I'll just stink.
Well, yeah, maybe they should have some sort of private shower, but man.
A lot of these Boy Scout camps are like repurposed, military camps.
Oh, yeah, man. But you're still stinky, though. You're out sweating. You're out doing activities. You're going to stink.
Totally. But
even a 10-year-old.
A 10-year-old's going to stink.
That was worth my comfort level. There was no way I was going in some group scene No way.
You don't want to be the one with. So you can either go in
That's
the group
for old
scene.
men that don't care anymore.
You
and I
go in
care.
the group scene with everything off, just showering, or you could be the guy with the bathing suit on,
Right.
which also draws attention.
Either
to you.
way,
Tevin.
this is not going to go well for
Little
me.
Tevin in the shower.
Yeah.
A little Tevin's in the shower with his bathing suit on, or not shower
Exactly.
at all.
I'll take option 3. I'll
And
be the stinky kid.
I guess I did do one. It was like a weekend. It was a Friday, Saturday camp with my 2 best friends in grade school down at like one of the lakes near West Frankfort, Illinois.
That's awesome.
And we had bunk beds. And you had to bring your sleeping bag. And I just remember loving it, but also being terrified at that first night. And then, because that was like your first little moment
How old
away
were
from
you?
home. I was in grade school. I was probably like 3rd grade.
So maybe 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
We went camping on the weekends just like on our own. Just went out in some farmer's pasture and put up a tent or something and hung out. But like an organized camp always sounded so cool to me.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't swim, so I was nervous. You had to put these wristbands on if you were an inexperienced swimmer. Like you had to take a little test, or
Yeah,
the parents
yeah.
had to tell the camp. And so I remember I had the white wristband on because I couldn't swim for
Oh,
crap.
yeah.
And they were like,
no,
"All right,
this girl
you
in deep
stay
water."
on the beach."
So they branded you? Oh, here.
You're walking around like an idiot.
You don't
Here,
remember yet?
Show all your friends
Dude,
that
the
you
first
can't do
the
something.
first day in camp, you had to take the swim test.
Well, yeah.
Kind of a bummer.
And I was like flailing around.
And there were the kids that did not pass.
I didn't think about that. I mean, I was always able to swim. I'm a son of a swimming teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Lucky.
I never thought about like.
You don't remember the kids
what
that
these
didn't
kids-
pass?
That's something kids lie about.
No, I
too.
was busy swimming.
I lied about it for a long time. Because my uncle traumatized me when I was a kid and like did the old throw me in the pool thing. Then I had a bad swim teacher at the DuQuoin pool. I remember like she dunked me she took me out over my head and tried to do the whole, that was like the method in the 80s.
It was.
Was like, all right,
Sink or swim.
go. And I'm just like, yeah. Not going, sinking. And even then I had dense bones, I think. I just sunk to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a good floater. If I ever got out in the ocean,
if we
I'm
know
in
anything
trouble.
about Rafe Williams, he's not a good floater.
No, I'm not. I'm a
Dense
very
bones.
dense boned person. I think there might be metal in my bones or something. But if I ever get stranded in the ocean, I hear about people like, I just floated for 9 days. I'm like, well, I'm dead.
Oh, I remember.
I'm going to tread water and then die.
I remember the swimming test. You had to swim a certain length. You had to tread water for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You had to float on your stomach, and you had to float on your back.
Yeah, that's what you had to do at the lake. You had to go around some big floaty thing out there.
Yeah,
Which
there was like a buoy. You had to go around the buoy.
Right, exactly.
You had to then dog paddle and tread water.
Which is amazing because like you're sending kids out there that you don't know if they can swim yet. Like here, go out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
go,
be fine.
Go
That was
150
my-
yards.
Well, I guess little Tevin went under.
There he goes. Call his mom.
If we can get him back, put a white bracelet on him.
Yeah.
That was my point. Is I lied about it. Like, you think it's something that like kids get embarrassed about.
Oh, yeah.
I remember like being at the pool and everybody's like, can you swim? I'm like, yeah, of course. Who can't? And I'm like 7 and I'm like holding on to the side and I'm getting in like where it's over my head. But if I don't get too far off the side, I can kind of fake it a little bit. But I was like, I would have been in big trouble. Like if I'd went out in the middle of the pool or went off the diving board, I would have been in big trouble. And then you got to that point where they're like, you're getting old enough now, people kind of expect you to go off the diving board. And you're like, man, how am I going to pull this off?
Right.
And I did it a couple times when I couldn't swim. And just like sucked water in, like kind of dog paddled to the side. But
swimming is not a fake it till you make it kind of thing.
Well,
no, it is not. But it
this
is
is
a
the
thing
80s.
that I definitely lied about as a kid out of embarrassment and being like, and then I finally was like, I got embarrassed enough that I overcame the fear that I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. I think I was like 7 or 8 when I learned to swim, which is late. I feel like that's late in life.
But at summer camp, there are the kids with the questionable hygiene.
Yeah.
And that's what this dad is like, hey, my daughter didn't shower for 2 weeks. Like,
Ew.
camp, are you responsible for this in any way?
They're
By-
kind of
by
not,
choice,
though. I don't think they are. Like, I was just thinking, my friend Julia, she just sent her son to like a week camp, and she was kind of giving me the inside scoop about it. And nowadays they send photos to the parents via email so you can kind of see what your kids are up to, like little candid photos and whatnot. And she was worried that her son was like not going to bathe and like, because she has to help him at home, like take a shower or whatever and prompt him. But I don't think the camp, they suggest it and they go, hey, there's the showers if you need them. But if the kids aren't self-starters, I don't know what that
Yeah,
relationship is where like it's adults like
Well, they can't
forcing
force you to
kids.
do it.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
It's not the 80s anymore, man. You can't force a kid to shower or bathe or whatever the system may be. My daughter went away for a week when she was like, I want to say like 12, because it was rough for me. You know what I mean? When she went, I was like, oh no, because you can't have communication for a week. You can only do like this app thing where they write you letters or something.
Yeah.
And it was like once a day. And it was like an animal camp that was like, kind of sciencey, where she gets to kind of learn about animals.
Yeah, our
sweet.
kids, they went to the same camp. Remember? My daughter went to the same camp.
Oh yeah, just a year or two later, right?
Yeah, in Illinois.
I think
Illinois?
so.
Yeah.
I'm not really
I
sure.
wanna
Where they
go
get
to that
assigned
camp.
an animal and
Yes, and they get to watch like veterinary practice and some other stuff.
Awesome.
yeah. No, it's cool. My daughter went there.
It was
And I went
super
up there. I went up there to go like the last day and I'm like, man, this is awesome.
What kind of
Yeah.
animals?
All sorts of
everything
animals.
from snakes to llamas.
That's sweet.
I forget what the name of that place was, but they send you like,
Cub Creek.
that's it.
Cub Creek.
Cub Creek. That's it.
Cub Creek, because we still have it. We bought a hammock from there.
Cub Creek, that's it.
I see the logo every day.
Can they make a Cougar Creek where it's just older
Yeah,
women?
older women.
And we can drink wine and we all get assigned an animal to take care of?
Yeah.
It was really
And
neat.
my animal, a young,
man.
fit man.
My
Okay,
daughter's
let's roll with this.
my daughter's
Cougar
super.
camp.
Yeah, my daughter's super responsible. She's always taking care of herself. But to tell you the truth, when we started talking about this, and I was thinking about that camp, I have no idea if she showered or
Right.
cleaned herself at all. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
the
I
best
didn't.
is when they send you the pictures. It'd be like, they send you a picture like once every day or two.
Yeah.
And I forget how old my daughter was at the time. And I remember looking at one of the pictures and like, that's not her clothes.
She's wearing some
She's
other
wearing
girl's
somebody else's clothes.
That's normal girl thing.
Was that rough for you though? Because that was the first time
No.
I had been out of contact with her for 7 days, and it was really rough for me. I was not homesick. I was daughter sick.
Yeah.
No, I said to my wife, I'm like, my wife was flipping out. I'm like, she's fine.
It's
Yeah.
good for their autonomy.
It was hard for me.
She's fine. She's fine. I don't know the showering policy, but this dad's like, he explained his daughter doesn't have a problem showering while she's at home. She's pretty good at it. She likes to be cleaned. Yet, when he asked why she didn't shower at camp, the girl said there weren't showers in the cabins, but rather a separate space with a shower block that I guess is just nozzles.
That's intimidating, man.
Yeah, it is intimidating.
Kids don't
if
like
you've
that. I could tell you
If
one.
you've never done it before,
I could tell you one person maybe in our entire scout group that would have had even would have done it. I don't think any of us bathed. Did you? I mean, when you went to this, you said you went to scout camp,
we
right?
went to scout camp almost once a year.
I remember the shower thing, and I never saw anybody in there. Did you ever take a shower at scout camp?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
Naked?
Yeah.
No, not me, buddy. Not me. I wouldn't have done that.
Have you ever gone floating and taken a shower at some of those quarter showers, like Ozark Outdoors and whatnot? I mean, hopefully you have.
Where it's like half your body.
Well, no. It's you get your own little room. It's a gross.
Oh, like a truck stop shower?
Everybody, you got to wear sandals in there because this is full blown. And I love Ozark Outdoors. I'm not trying to dog them. I camp there all the time, but you have to wear sandals and go in. And it's like a little concrete room where you put a quarter in for a minute for the shower. And
Well, I'd do it anywhere now.
yeah,
Scott says if your kid hasn't figured out basic personal hygiene by 8, that's on you as a parent, to
I
be honest.
agree.
No, I understand that when you're at home and it's the home environment. But when you throw a kid out there at camp for the first time and you're used to, for the first 8 years of your life, taking a shower by yourself in your bathroom, and you go, all right, here's a little shack in the middle of the woods
And your friends.
with your friends and a couple shower heads.
do kids not do the showers anymore in like high school and stuff? Like that's not a thing.
I never did it.
I never did it
Oh,
either
no, we
for
never did
PE
that.
class.
Again, probably one kid. One kid ever used those showers.
Well, I remember, talking to my parents, or even in the movies, old, seeing high schools from yesteryear. Shower up.
I remember being nervous about that going into high
There
school.
were
Like, what?
showers in the locker room at school.
Yeah, even in middle school.
Nobody
Are you out of
used
your
them.
mind?
Right.
No middle schooler in this country.
Well, you know why? Because I think they taught hygiene in school.
Oh.
They never gave you time either. I mean,
Oh,
you had
cool.
10 minutes.
Oh, cool. So you got to see the coach go in there and go, okay, boys, this is how we do this.
Yeah, you've seen the movies. I feel like where Rafe grew up, they showered at school.
What's up, Rafe?
Wait, what? Other people didn't shower at school?
Yeah.
I mean, we had showers for sure. I mean, they were gross. They had like the boys' locker room. I feel like PE, nobody really showered. Everyone was supposed to, and no one did. You just like do PE and then put your clothes back on and go.
Right.
Because it was rarely like anything super physical. We're usually playing like kickball or
Well,
dodgeball.
there
or
were
something.
days where you
sweat.
you'd sweat.
There was.
And if you had PE first period,
The worst.
Yeah. I feel like 90% of the dudes did not hop in the shower after PE, though. I will say when we were I remember being in the National Guard in West Frankfurt, and we went to Fort Campbell, and there was a guy in my gun squad that had gotten broken up with, so he was super depressed, and he just like, we only get to shower like every 3 days. There was like a little shower shack that we could go to 3 or 4 days, and it's hot, man. It was like Fort Campbell, Kentucky in the middle of July. 100-degree days, and this guy was just, he looked like Pigpen, dude. He was covered in dust, and we had to sleep on the truck at night to keep the mosquitoes off us, and dude, he stunk so bad.
he didn't shower. He was not.
We had to finally be like, we had to make it everyone's problem. Be like, hey man, we're real sorry about Patricia, okay, but you're going. Whether you like it or not, you're going. And if we got to put you in there, we're going to put you in there.
Yeah,
Like,
we
you
will
stink.
take your bunk and put it in the shower.
It was like the saddest Charlie Brown walk to the showers. Because and that was 3 days, 3 or 4 days. I can't imagine 2 weeks.
2 weeks of this 10-year-old without showering. Well, the dad complained, and the counselor said, listen, there's no specific schedule for showering. It's left to each kid to decide on their own when and how.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's good for the kid. But also, as an adult, you need to kind of step in and go, hey, you stink. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, you're the counselor, and you're expected to, I'm a parent, and I gave my kid over to you. I expect him to be somewhat safe and have their general needs taken care of. Feeding and watering and...
Couple people saying, I would never send my kid away. Too many weirdos.
I get that. I understand that too.
But it's Earth. I mean, at some point,
you have to. At some point, they're not going to be within your eye range, your sight.
Yeah, but that's a normal thought that I think crosses every parent's brain, and even mine. Like whenever I hear my friends sending their kids off to camp, I'm like, oh my god, please let them be okay, because the world
of course.
is nuts.
Listen, when I sent my little girl off to Cub Creek.
Yeah. Have
of course,
faith.
I got to have the faith, or else it's going to eat at you. You're going to stay up at night,
I agree.
wondering if your daughter's safe. You just got to, okay, listen, this is a reputable place. 5 stars on Yelp.
Yeah. Listen, my mom is 65 in a couple of weeks, and I'm 39. My sister's going to be 26. She's still mad at us if we don't text her within at least 12 hours. If she does not receive a text that we're alive within 12 hours, we are out of the will. So, I don't think that ever goes away as a parent.
No, it doesn't. Ask my mother-in-law about that. She will first call my wife. If she doesn't get in touch with my wife, she will call me. And she will send a text. And if we do not answer within a certain amount of time, she thinks we're dead.
Yep, that's love.
She thinks we've passed. We're somewhere in a ditch, and nobody's going to find us. And, we've called and like, Marina, we were at the movies.
Yep.
We were in an area where we had no cell phone signal, and she's weeping.
I know. God, I couldn't imagine. Guys, I can't. You're all fathers. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. I'd be so stressed all the time if I had kids. All the time. I don't know how you all. I'm amazed by parents.
A lot of drugs.
Lots of drugs.
A lot of drugs. All right. Well, what do you think about this situation? It's the girl's going to be fine.
Yeah.
She's going to be fine. The dad, I think, is overreacting. He's going to, give the counselor a piece of his mind. But the counselor's probably 16 years old.
I know. Leave him alone.
Leave them alone. It's fine. They're dirty for 2 weeks. They come home, take a shower. Some parents, after this post, listen, these kids come home, and they're stinky.
I almost wonder if it's the flip side of what, Moon was saying, like somebody was like, oh, I don't want to send my kids to camp, too many weirdos. I almost feel some of the counselors feel that. You know what I mean? Where they're like, dude, I'm not even wading into the waters of making your kid take their clothes off and go get a shower.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your job, there's no way I'm catching a case on this.
Yeah.
Even if your heart's in the right place, you don't know how parents are going to react these days to that. No one cared that my coach in his neoprene shorts with one ball hanging out. It's like, get in there and wash your ding-dongs off. And everyone's just like, okay, thanks, Coach Ellis. No big deal. Your parents are like, well, good for him. Did he watch the whole time? Yeah, he made sure we scrubbed. Good. He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Yeah,
That's a coach
exactly.
that cares.
That's a coach cares about your hygiene. Now it's
Watch
like,
you scrub your balls. That's a good coach. That's a coach that cares.
yeah, he actually scrubbed my back. Made sure he's like, he's good. He's helping you out.
Taught me what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, somebody brings up a good point. Not sending your kids away and not letting your kids kind of do their own thing without you is going to make them weird. Like you're scared that your kid's going to get molested or kidnapped or whatever, so you're going to keep them, under your wing until it's too late. Now they're weird. Good.
Excuse me,
Congratulations.
Counselor. Yes, Tevin. Mummy always draws my bath.
Well, mommy's not here.
Mommy's out here, Tevin. Now take off your shorts and get in the shower.
Tevin cleans himself like a cat. Tevin, you can't just lick yourself every night. You still stink.
Tevin.
Oh, poor little Tevin. All right, let's do this. Right to the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. News here in a moment. Crap on Celebrities coming up. We will play Simpleton Trivia. We haven't played that game in a while. Give away some fabulous tickets, including tickets to go see Seether and Skillet playing St. Louis Music Park on October 3rd. We got tickets to go see Alanis Morissette. That's Tuesday night, the 23rd. So that's a week from today. Over at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, we got tickets to go see Thursday's Limp Bizkit show. First big point summer show of the summer.
Their tour kicks off tonight. And it's Corey Feldman's birthday.
Today. It's Corey Feldman's birthday.
So
and the tour
cool.
kicks off.
And our videos go live at 10.
Right. So Lern's Limp Bizkit video, Rafe's Limp Bizkit video, and Scott's Limp Bizkit video. See them audition, basically, to sing with Fred Durst on Thursday. Up on our socials, all the socials, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Yeah,
all of them.
All of them.
Etsy.
And your votes
Friendster,
will be
MySpace.
the determining factor on, it just gives us a little edge in this competition. So
Well, ultimately, it's going to be Fred's decision.
I know, but I want the people to feel involved, Riz.
I want to see who wins.
And we're going to count these votes up by
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. It's going to be fun.
It's just liking it. Just like it.
Like is the vote.
Like is the vote on whatever social media platform.
Oh.
Ultimately, Fred Durst will be the decider.
Yeah, he was sent the videos yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to know
We
what
sent
he
them all
says.
the videos. We sent them all three.
Yeah.
So 10 o'clock this morning, all the videos will go live for you to check out. Very nice job, all three of you.
Thank you.
Scott's is special,
His
as is everything he does.
I was watching all of ours last night, and there's something kind of creepy about Scott's.
I like it.
It's almost like alienish. It reminds me of the alien. Remember the alien from Signs that walks through the party?
Oh, yeah.
The way he's moving it's freak. I'm a little freaked
It's
out.
interesting. It's very Scott avant-garde comedy, right?
Yeah.
Scott thinks it's very funny.
He's great.
And there are people out there
good.
that share Scott's humor, and we'll love it. But, check those out 10 o'clock on all our social medias.
We're actually going to review them today on the number 2 show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, on the number 2 show, which starts at 10:15 on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
We'll
debut them and give our thoughts. If you want to see them before then, 10 a.m. on the socials, they'll be up and ready for your votes.
Christopher on the instant feedback says, Casey and the Arch copying off you guys talking about singing the national anthem. That terrible rendition from the home run derby last night.
How dare this other station?
Everybody's
It's
talking
front
about
page,
it.
man.
Everybody, even Channel 2. We got Channel 2 up in here. They're talking
Up
about
in
it.
here.
And why are you flipping?
Yeah, why you flipping?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Hey,
What's his name?
If you're going to flip to another Hubbard station, guys. That's
Yes,
right.
that's
Hail
true,
Hubbard.
yeah.
Hail Hubbard.
Hail Hubbard. If you're flipping, flip to another Hubbard station.
If you're going to flip into this.
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
It's trending on Twitter. It's not like...
I'm not going to play it again if you missed it earlier. But I will play you this. Somebody sent us this on social media. Let's just not keep it American. Let's go up to Canada. This is a terrible Canadian national anthem
Oh,
And-
boy, Canada.
Yeah, oh boy, indeed. And I feel bad. This is from 2012. This is a radio personality. Let's just say a very popular morning show. Checking an item off their bucket list to sing the Canadian national anthem at a hockey game. Yes. The Toronto Rock versus the Buffalo Bandits. You know those two teams.
Yep. Go Bandits.
You know those two teams.
Hell yeah.
This is March 16th, 2012 at the Air Canada Centre. Okay. Josie Dye is her name.
And now to sing the Canadian anthem from 102.1 The Edge and Oh So Cosmo on Cosmopolitan TV.
Huh?
Rock fans, please give a warm welcome to Josie Dye. And please join Josie in singing Oh Canada as tonight she crosses off another item on her bucket list here at the Air Canada Centre.
1033 The Edge.
The Edge.
All right, so she's crossing an item off her bucket list.
There, Canada Centre.
There we go.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Count deep our land. Help me, patron love. I'm nervous.
Oh, man.
No, wait, one more time. It's my bucket list. Oh, Canada, we stand on native land. True patriot love in all thy sons command with glowing heart.
All right, she picked it up at the
Okay.
end. It was bad at the beginning.
Man, I love the, I'm nervous. That's Canadian for, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yep. Yep, she's no longer Canadian, by the way.
no.
Yeah, she had a.
Oh, no. She went home with
They
the
undressed
They
Buffalo.
rescinded her
Canadian
citizenship.
citizenship.
Yeah,
She went home with the Buffalo Blazers or whatever it was. And
yeah. Poor thing. A woman. Okay, let's say you get your wallet stolen. Okay, Moon, you get your wallet stolen. Rafe, you get your wallet stolen. Lern, you get your wallet stolen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you see that your credit card is being used at a fast food establishment. Do you go yourself to get the wallet back, or do you call the authorities?
Call the authorities. Well, the card is canceled. I'm canceling the card immediately. I'm not going anywhere.
yeah, me neither.
How far away is it?
It's right down the street.
That transaction's already done. That's been. How do you even know? You know, you get a ding on your phone.
Yeah, I guess you get a ding on your phone.
Okay, so you know it's just happened. And if it's a fast
It's
food,
just happened.
It's
You get a
fast food, though.
You get a ding on your phone. Maybe you call, oh crap, I lost my wallet. I call on the or debit card. Call the bank,
Mm-hmm.
and I say cancel my debit card. But yet somebody's still using. And I wonder if you cancel it, will they still ding you if somebody tries to use a card? Let's just say they do. And you find out that they're at the McDonald's next door to here. And by the time you call the police, they could be gone.
Right. Well, by the time I get to them, they could be gone.
They're right over here.
Also, how do you know who's using the card out of all the people at McDonald's? You know?
Well, this happened to a woman down in Dillon, Florida. She tracked down her stolen purse at a Checkers restaurant and confronted the thieves.
Now, I will be judging the purchases. Checkers, really? You know?
Come on, Amex.
These are bad people.
You know
These are
me.
bad
Surprise.
people.
These are bad people. Checkers / rallies, by the way. So it's rallies here, Checkers at other locations. So on Thursday morning, one realized that her purse was stolen from her car. That afternoon, she got a notification that her credit card was being used at a Checkers down the road. So the woman and two others drove to the restaurant and found the three suspects in a car in the drive-thru lane. Maybe there was nobody else. Maybe it was just them in the drive-thru. It's Checkers after all.
It is Checkers.
Is there ever a line there? I don't know. I've never been. So she managed to grab her purse and her credit card, but the driver drove off. A short time later, the woman, she saw the car again, and she started to follow them. And when the suspects realized they were being followed, they started shooting at the woman.
Yeah, this is never a good idea.
Swamp justice gone wrong.
Yeah, they started shooting at the woman from the backseat of the car. Thank God nobody was shot at or nobody was shot or injured during the whole altercation. But cops actually did wind up finding the three: a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 26-year-old. They've all been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. But I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do.
Just cancel your card. I'd be so upset. That's one of my fears. I don't want to lose my wallet because then they have your everything. They got your ID,
Well,
got your
of course.
business cards in there,
Your
everything.
life.
Your life's in there.
That's why I kind of get it. If it was just a card, cancel it. But if you have all my stuff,
It's the purse.
like if I was up here right now and I just got a ding that someone was at the restaurant downstairs and I knew they were dining in and I got a ding, somebody's trying to run my card, I'm going down there. I'm 1,000% going down there.
Yeah, because by the time you call the police, they could be gone.
Especially if they have all my stuff. I'd be like, hey, who ran this card? Which table?
Well, I know
Get something
downstairs
back.
they'll take care of business.
Yeah.
They'll take care of business for you.
Mr. Balago will
there's
come
Yeah,
out.
Mr. Balago
I
would
go in
like
the
to see
kitchen.
you in the back room.
They call him
right.
Il Balago for a reason.
Mr. Balago would like
call
to
me
see you in the back room.
El Bilago. El Guapo.
Licensed to Il Balago.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
All right, here's something that'll make half the people listening a little anxious. Today is Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day. That's right. AI Appreciation Day.
Appreciate the overlords.
A day we can all share our appreciation for, I guess, AI not taking our jobs. Yet. For those whose jobs have been taken, we understand you are abstaining from celebrating today. Totally understand that. Of course, there are aspects to appreciate about AI, and it's a significant part of the future, but most of us are clinging to the hope that it largely remains a tool and not a human replacement. So this is a safe, celebratory story which shouldn't be too triggering. New research is showing that AI is capable of making people more creative. That's right, but there's one significant drawback. A new study recruited 300 amateur writers to write a brief story. And they were split into three groups. One had to come up with ideas of their own. One got a single AI-generated idea. And one got to choose from multiple AI ideas. Ultimately, they found that the AI was able to make the writers more creative, especially the worst writers, which makes sense, I guess. The groups who used AI had stories that scored better for novelty and usefulness. But even though AI helped people out individually, the collective group was less creative than the group that didn't use AI. In other words, the group that used AI had a smaller range of creativity than the ones who came up with the ideas on their own. And one researcher said, we do worry that if many people are using this on a large scale, overall the diversity and creativity in the population will go down. Here's what they're trying to say. Yes, AI could be used as a good tool, but nothing does beat the human brain when it comes to being creative. Of course, that's only a problem if people stop thinking on their own or if companies stop hiring people to think on their own. And that seems uplifting. But then again, AI is the closest to replacing formulaic pop singers as opposed to anyone doing anything new. And yet, all we seem to want is formulaic pop songs.
Yep, there's a reason that they're still going. And that everything is what it is. That's what we've decided we want.
That's what we decided we want. So anyway, on this AI and AI Appreciation Day, I do surrender to you, my AI overlord.
I don't.
Oh, you will fight?
I will fight. I got to tell you guys, to be completely honest with you all, and I feel like all three of you have done a really good job of incorporating AI into this show with like songs or writing funny things. I mean, the Mark Maron, AI Mark Maron was amazing.
Oh, the AI Mark Maron poem.
But I got to tell you, I have not dabbled at all. I have zero interest. And I'm just an analog kid at this point. And I don't know if it's age, if I've like hit my wall of like, I'm no longer technologically evolving, or I just don't care. I don't find it interesting in the slightest. I guess with AI photographs I do. I think that's kind of interesting, but I don't know how to do all that.
Maybe you haven't fooled around with
used
it
that.
enough.
I've used that, but it's been like
You've engaged with it.
an app, but it was like last year. Like I just
Maybe you
have
haven't
zero
fooled around with
interest.
it.
Yeah, but I just don't care. And I don't know if I'm in the minority, like if I'm missing out. I'm not one of the first into technology ever. I'm always the last one.
Me as well.
So, but I hear
I
that
can see its benefits though, and maybe you haven't really futzed around with it.
I don't I don't even know. Like ChatGPT, okay. I know that. I don't know anything else. And I just have so much lethargic attitudes about it.
It's just laissez-faire, like, whatever.
Yeah. 0 F's being given on this day
Right.
for AI. That's for me.
Oh, well, when AI takes over, they'll remember this day.
Well, they can't have my brain.
That's
You heard
when
it here
AI
first. Trademark.
when AI scans everything and they go, oh, this guy on July 16th, 2024, we have it archived. He said he does appreciate us and bound
Right.
down to us. In fact,
We'll take
we'll make
him.
him our leader.
When did you guys lose your zest for life?
I know I still got zest.
It just
for the
seems like
really
such an
real world,
old,
though.
old lady, old guy thing to
I
be
didn't
like.
say anything
Well, you have in the past.
about AI.
No, you're a whippersnapper, dude.
Kinda.
Like you're on the cusp. I get it. Like you, and you are. You're always listening to podcasts and always on the cutting edge of things, and that's cool.
Oh no, not always. But like, I think there's a healthy want to be, and sometimes I have to like muster that up,
Right.
Because sometimes I just want to be like, I just want to listen to my '90s music and listen and rewatch the movies I already like. Believe me, I get in that zone, and sometimes I have to like dig myself out of it sometimes. But I don't know, man. At some point, I got to remember all the things that my parents were old people about that were like, nah, screw this. the kind of
Cordless
thing.
phone.
My father still won't buy a truck with electric windows. You know what I mean? Like he's just like,
well,
give me
I'm
it's
saying
more stuff to break.
Learn is like Sarah Connor.
And I just
I'm down with that.
I
She did
hear-
carve no fate into her desk, which I thought
I
was weird.
did.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I hear my dad say certain things in my head, and I'm just like, I just don't want to go there. I don't, like, I'm almost like fighting that first, and you know what I mean. So I'm in this no man's land.
I'll tell you how I used it today.
Okay.
I used an AI thing today. There was a long article that it just seemed like the author was just had a certain amount of words to write, that he just filled all the entire
right.
article with crap I didn't need. So I copied and pasted it into AI, and I said, summarize this for me.
Nice.
I don't like it.
What do you mean you don't like
Like
it?
on Marco Polo, which I have with all my girlfriends, and we talk to each other on our video app, Marco Polo. Now it has a feature, a premium feature, where it will transcribe the gist of what your friend is saying. I guess I am so, and this is the best part of life to me, and I sound like a total emo kid right now. The genuine connection, the interpersonal communication and connection to other humans is the only reason I love being alive.
I just told
So I
you.
do not want to have things summarized for me. I want you to tell me what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't have time to read a 10-page article because I don't have the I don't.
So the person who wrote that's an art in itself, is writing an article or an op-ed or whatever. That people go to school for that. And so now they're just completely saying, I don't have time to read this art that person wrote, even if it is a stupid article.
I totally agree with you, except for I think there's one principal thing that you're not looking at, and that's the fact that like there are artists out there, but 3 of the 100 people that are feeding you stuff are the artists, and he's using it to decipher. He's getting rid of the BS. So like everybody
'Cause I
now,
don't have time.
I don't
everybody
like
now
that.
has access to you.
Dude, that's like Moon.
But I have
you
a
put out
job
new
where I
group-
don't have time to, or I'm not going to read the article.
Listen, that'd be like Moon putting out a new Greek Fire record, and then people going like, I don't want to give me the like. Don't you want people to
No,
listen
it's
to each
not.
individual
It's
track
not
and
because
listen
I
to
have
the
a
full
job
song?
where I don't have a lot of time to go through filler stuff.
You've been doing this for how long? You've had all the time in the world to read things for this time.
If you want to,
Then an article
AI
that came
is
out.
making you think that you don't have
Are
time.
you out of your mind?
but
I am.
if you want to, let's draw the music comparison for a second. It's like, okay, so this technology for writers and summaries and all this kind of crap over here. Go to the technology that's made music so easy to make. So now everybody, you don't even have to play
I know,
your
that
instrument
sucks.
anymore. You can do it. You can do a record. So, but that's what I'm saying. So like, in the same way that it's happened to music, everybody can put a record out that sounds brilliant.
I don't like it.
But only
But
3
this
of
is
those
not about
100
the
bands
music
can
part.
play it. So it's like, he's using the tech
I'm
because
telling
the
you,
tech is there.
Instead of me being able to read 3 articles and talk about 3 different topics, now I've consumed 10 articles and have 10 different things
Yeah, but you
that
don't
I
have
could choose
the
upon.
full heart of the article. That's like people using Cliff Notes back in the 90s to study for tests. Like a Romeo
I have a
and Juliet
job
thing.
where I have a job where I need to talk about a certain number of topics and fill 4 hours of radio.
But people criticize people already for doing that. Oh, they just read the headline. They didn't read the full article. That's essentially what you're doing, but you're now labeling it as an AI ease. So to me, I don't like it. I don't like any of it. I
don't need to know what color the guy's eyes. I don't need to know what color the guy's eyes are in the story.
You're going to miss out on. And here's the deal: we're just getting more and more surface level. With
I'm
each
getting
other,
rid of
and
the
it
crap
sucks.
that I don't need.
Totally understand what you're saying, and there is more bad than good, but you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I know.
You're missing the good, and the only reason that I feel like I have to force myself to keep up with it is because I can't afford not to. I have too many mouths to
I get
feed,
that.
and
I'm not telling it to write for me.
But we will.
I think in our business,
I
we
can't
have to be a little
afford-
more savvy, too, because we're creators and writers in certain ways. I know I had to get familiar with it because I had to be like, what? If I want to write sitcom or I want to write a movie or I want to write even jokes, I'm like, how? This is you're talking about is like, what the artist versus, is the machine eventually going to replace the artist where everyone can do it? Everyone can write an article, everyone can write a joke, everyone can do a
Waters
radio
everything
show
down.
because AI will do it for you. And to see where the technology's at, sometimes for me it's just a barometer of like, oh, cool, AI is really bad at writing jokes, so I'm safe for now.
There are certain, what do they call them, stringers, where it's like Reuters and the AP, they're like news.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think they call them stringers. Well, they will give you a synopsis of an article.
Sure.
So
It's
the
like a brief.
reporter doesn't have to read the entire thing.
Sure.
I went to AI did that for me. AI did what like Reuters and AP already does. It gave me an option which I wouldn't have already had. So, okay.
Let me go back to the album thing.
Let me go move on to the next thing.
Somebody's jumping on me. It would be like Greek Fire putting out a record that you didn't write from your brain and heart, like that none of you guys did. I don't want to listen to that record. I just don't. I want to know what your brain comes up with. I don't want to know what AI lyrics for Greek Fire
But that's
comes
because
up
you
with.
like me and you respect me as an artist. But that doesn't stop 15 other people from saying, give me a song that sounds like Greek Fire, and then just doing it
Let me move on.
without the
I get
history
it.
skill.
Lern hates AI and
I'm old as
technology,
hell.
and she rides a horse to work every day.
I do.
Well, I'm not trying to crash on you. I'm trying to help because I agree with you, but I still think there's good to be had, and the bad has to be accepted.
I'm just telling you how I use it. It's not an everyday thing. I happen to use it this morning.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of things I wanted to do and not a lot of time to read through a giant
I
article.
hear ya.
Anyway. A St. Louis firefighter confessed yesterday in court that he stole a wallet and a credit card from the scene of a fatal crash. And this guy's name is 41-year-old Arnold Britt. He's from Baldwin, pleaded guilty to both a felony and a misdemeanor. So the charges come from him being on the scene of a fatal crash back in February of 2023. 4 people in an SUV were killed. It was a hit-and-run collision, South Grand and Forest Park Avenue. So this guy wound up stealing the wallet of somebody who lived. Somebody who lived through this accident. County prosecutors said they're asking for Arnold to be sentenced to 5 years in prison on the felony charge of receiving stolen property and 1 year in jail for a misdemeanor violation, fraudulent use of a credit card. He's probably not going to get 5 years because he's got a clean record. But prosecutors say, hey, we want this stiff sentence as a deterrent. Like, we don't want people thinking they get away with this stuff. He'll be sentenced in September. But St. Louis police conducted an investigation that said that Arnold Britt, who was assigned to a fire station close to the accident scene, responded to the accident. He could be seen on a body camera putting the victim's wallet into his jacket. So he asked the guy who survived for ID. He took the guy's wallet, put it in his jacket. He also said, yeah, I used the guy's debit card, but it was an accident. Accident, 3 separate locations in West County, near his house. He used it at a gas station, a car wash. and a convenience store. All, oops, I didn't realize you were.
I accidentally renewed it. Whoopsie.
So he will.
I accidentally legally changed my identity.
Yeah, he'll be sentenced in September.
It's messed up.
You've had your identity stolen, right?
No, God.
Oh, I
no,
did.
God.
It was the
on wood.
worst. I'm still dealing with it. This is like in 2011. Still
it's a nightmare.
causes trouble.
Colombia's got a problem. The country of Colombia. They got too much cocaine, and they don't know what to do with it. So
Kid Rock just appeared out of nowhere. He said that. Just poked his head in the door.
you ever see pictures of these charming Colombian villages, nestled into the countryside? Well, for years, their cash crop, wasn't exactly coffee beans. Let's just say it rhymes with schmocaine. Yeah, those towns were like one crop wonders, except their crop was one that, makes your nose feel like it took a vacation to Antarctica. The big C, guys, cocaine. The white gold, the breakfast of champions for certain champions. But I guess the party's over. So the rebel groups that used cocaine sales to fund their wars, you ever heard of the FARC group, F-A-R-C?
I thought you said the fart.
FARC.
I did too.
FARC. FARC.
Okay.
F-A-R-C. You want to hear fart, but I'm saying FARC. So one of these big rebel groups down there is called FARC, and they would use cocaine sales to fund their warfare. Well, I guess some of these groups have made peace with each other. And now the farmers are stuck with all this cocaine. Production is higher, and they're able to produce this stuff more. And now they got all this cocaine down there. I don't know what to do with it. The new president down there in Colombia has got a plan that sounds about as effective as chasing butterflies with a net. I guess catch the bad guys and not the leaves themselves, the cocoa leaves. So there's no easy solution here, but I guess the one valuable lesson here is don't put all your eggs, agricultural eggs, in the cocaine basket, I guess.
Yeah.
But I believe we're sending our finest down there, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, good. He's on the case.
Dude, we could send Sheen and Kid Rock down there for a weekend, and this problem is solved. This is not a tough problem.
We're going to send our best and brightest down there to help the Colombians with their too much cocaine problem. Yeah, who is America's coke addict?
Start Charlie Sheen at one end of the country and Kid Rock at the other, and just let them meet in the middle. Yeah. By Saturday, 5 p.m., they've met in the middle.
Like hungry hippos with crack racks.
Who is America's cocaine guy? Is it Charlie Sheen?
Who loves cocaine?
I'll be honest with you. Charlie Sheen has not been on the map for a couple of years. Like, he's been lying low, right?
I think so.
What has Charlie Sheen done lately?
Tiger Blood has to rest too,
Well, age will do that to you,
Well, yeah, he's got HIV.
He's like taking care of his health.
Yes, but he's been out of the spotlight for how long? 5 years? But yet he's still like, the butt of jokes.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, we got a cocaine problem down in Colombia. Let's send Charlie Sheen down there.
March 2022, they said that Charlie Sheen and writer-producer Doug Ellen were discussing a new series called Ramble On. Did that ever happen?
I don't know.
Let's see. Charlie Sheen and Chuck Lorre buried the hatchet in December of 2023.
Okay.
And then it says, let's see, May 2023, he was active on social media. He took time to praise his father, Martin Sheen, and brother, Emilio Estevez.
Oh, is that from his website?
Winner.com.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
I'm not really seeing anything from then.
See?
I mean,
we're still bringing him up.
I know.
Laying low.
That's on me, guys.
Cool article titled.
Charlie's like, what do I got to do? I'm out of the spotlight. I did that whole Tiger Blood thing for a while. I was out of control. I came out. I had HIV. I'm laying low.
What era of Charlie Sheen or what movie of Charlie Sheen comes up when you think of him? Like, what do you what?
Hot Shots.
Hot Shots and Major League. I mean, the dude was so good. He was so freaking good.
I love him with the cutout mullet or whatever it is. And
Yeah, Ricky
Major
Vaughn?
League, Ricky Vaughn.
Ricky
So
Vaughn,
hot.
yeah.
Platoon and Major League are the two that would.
Oh, Platoon. Oh, you go Platoon, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I've seen that movie a lot.
I'm more.
That's
of
when
a-
he was like great.
I'm a Hot Shots and Major League Charlie Sheen.
I am also that. There was the Oliver Stone Major League Hot Shots era was peak Sheen. That's when he was doing well.
What was the one where he was with his brother and he did they were garbage men?
Men at Work, dude.
Men at Work.
That movie's good too. They shoot the guy with the BB gun,
Yeah.
think they kill him. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Was a funny movie.
And then
Topper
when you
Harley.
think of him as a coke, like getting arrested for a coke charge, I think of him in Ferris Bueller whenever he's making out
That's
with
right. Yeah.
the sister. Looking all strung out.
What was all that? It was drugs. Was that? Well, I mean, he was like manic, right? It was like something.
He was like a crazy person. That was when 2.5 Men was going. That's not the Charlie Sheen in my head.
But what was that? What was that? Was that drugs or was that
I
a condition of some sort?
Yeah, I think self-admittedly out of control as far as drugs go.
Prostitutes too, right?
Everything. Remember he had the goddesses? He was like
Ooh,
living with
that's
3
right.
porn
Yeah,
stars.
that's right. That's
Oh, wow.
right.
Yeah.
Made them kind of famous.
Living in a hotel. Not just living with them, just rented out like a floor of a hotel.
But Denise Richards was like still trying to help, right?
Yeah.
Because
At some
They got
point,
kids
yeah.
together.
she's the mother of the children.
They had kids together. All right, one more thing. Now, I know concert tickets are expensive. How about paying 10 times more just to pretend you went?
What?
So, anybody ever heard of Balenciaga?
Yeah, the brand.
They're a high-end, fashion thing. So they're selling fake festival wristbands for the low price of $3,800.
Kim K's the new ambassador for Balenciaga.
It's called the Raver used bracelet. That's what it is. It's made to look worn and tattered, like you actually went to an event and never took it off.
Wow. My friend Rob, he never takes his festival bracelets off, and so he's got all of them old and tattered from like Lala last year and whatnot. So he could probably sell those to Balenciaga.
Is
for
that the equivalent?
$3
I hope
grand.
I don't offend anybody here, but like, is that the equivalent of the beer can stacked on the windowsill?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like
I had a
it's-
good time.
It's, yeah,
That's what it means.
It's kind of the music lovers' college dorm room on your arm.
For sure.
There was also, where I grew up, the kids who had like 4,000 ski lift tickets
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
on their zipper.
Oh. Did not grow up in a place where that was an issue.
Could not relate? Okay.
Cannot relate.
Cannot relate.
Don't remember a lot of ski lift tickets being around
In Southern Illinois, just
around
saying.
the trailer
Yeah.
park. No,
Those
don't remember
affluent kids in the camps.
So this is an Ask Me About My Bracelet. Your buddy who won't take off the Lollapalooza,
Oh, yeah.
Lollapalooza, 2015.
For sure.
Hospital.
Riot Fest.
Ask me about my concert going experience.
Yeah. Had a great time.
It's like people that leave their hospital bracelet on after they've been out for
Oh,
a few days.
definitely.
Same thing.
By the way, on that, I got my new issue of Vogue yesterday in the mail, and
Wow.
I know I still get paper magazines.
Who'd have thought
No
the person
AI.
against AI would be still getting paper
I
magazines?
know, you guys. And you've been hearing about these full body medical scans. They're $2,500, and they will show you every little thing from your brain to your toes, what's up. So they will show you spots that you essentially have on your liver, and many could be benign, some could be malignant. And this is like a hypochondriac's dream that we can just go and get this
You're going to
$2,500.
go once a week.
Yeah. I was really considering it last night. I was reading the article about how it's being a breakthrough for people to find out what's wrong with you even before like a stage 1 tumor could even
That's
start.
great, full body scan. But again, it could send a hypochondriac into a spiral of I'm gonna drain my savings because I'm gonna get one of these every other week.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lady I work with got it, though, and saved her life. I
Really?
will tell you that. She was a smoker, and she found out that her carotid artery was like 99% blocked.
That's great.
And went and got like a stent.
Would you guys do it?
Yeah.
At least once in your lifetime?
I went and
Maybe
got
not.
that scan. I went and did the, and I recommend it. It was only a couple $100, and they scan all your they scan all of your widowmaker arteries. Make sure that you're like,
clear.
They scan your heart, the ones in your thighs.
This is an MRI. It's a full body MRI.
This one's
scan.
like more, you're talking about everything. They do like
Everything.
a full scan.
They do bones, your blood, your organs. It goes through everything.
And I sent you
$2,500.
There's medical tourism, which is wild. I sent this to Lern, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go on vacation?" And it was Turkey, You can go to Turkey. There's like a TikTok of a lady. It's so
I
cheap
saw
there.
that video, and she does a whole gamut of tests. She goes,
It's like
in
$800
one
bucks.
building. That looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
$800 when you get there.
Yeah, you got to put. She's like, for what it would cost for the medical care here, you're on vacation in Turkey, and you're having, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, right, yeah. Take
and
it
they
down.
have these hospitals set up for it, and they're beautiful, dude. It's almost like a med spa.
That would get me on a cruise.
And it's everything from
That's what I
really?
told her. If there was a if there was a medical scan cruise, all of a sudden her fear of open
and it's
water.
every kind of scan from a mammogram to your eyes being checked to a dental thing to
Everything.
ears, everything.
Sign me up. Voyage ahead.
That'd be so great. You're cruising,
$800 for
cruising
everything.
during a storm, doing an MRI. Like, will you hold still, please?
And they're like serving like hors d'oeuvres. You know what I mean? Like it's an experience.
High class lunch, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the festival bracelet from Balenciaga that cost $3,800. It's made to look worn and tattered, like you went to an event years ago and never took it off, but it's adjustable so you can take it off. And they claim it requires a full day's work to make each one. That's why it's so expensive. They stitch Balenciaga onto it, so that takes time. And making it look distressed probably factors into the price too, right? Apparently not, because there's also a non-distressed version that costs even more, almost $5,000.
Whew.
So if you're looking for that dumb way to blow $5,000, here you go. There it is.
It's just to lie about going somewhere.
It's just a fashion accessory.
That's so weird.
I don't like it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, that is your news. I'll take a break. We'll come back. Lern's got crab on celebrities. Then we'll get into Simpleton Trivia and give away some great prizes. It is straight up 8 o'clock this Tuesday, this rainy Tuesday. Traffic and weather, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Another spectacle is the traffic map that I'm looking at. Things are not good. I'll hit the key points here. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound at Olive. Oh boy, a lot of delays on a right lane block due to an incident 270 northbound after 44.
Well, you know what happens when it rains. People become morons.
I mean, I could spend 15 minutes on this map. This is ridiculous. Please look out. Pretty much every highway. Your point forecast, isolated severe storms and local flooding is possible. High of 92 right now at 74 at the point studio.
How about you turn on the Waze, like the Waze, and go, I'm going to work. Put in the address.
This is a
It'll
work
tell you.
from home day if you can do that.
If you could do that. Maybe you got it going. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I said if.
All right, thank you.
Thank goodness for Midwest.
Hey, listen, nobody wants to be interrupted or rushed when they're using the turlet.
Right.
But we've all been, doing our business and heard a knock at the door. Especially if you have a house with quite a lot of people in it. So somebody just asked the internet, when somebody knocks on the bathroom door while you're using it, what do you say?
Someone's in here.
You do? You go British?
I do.
You go British?
There's a John Mulaney bit where he talks about how we all heighten our voice. Or somebody's in here.
Yeah, I do that.
Me too.
I go full country uncle, and I go, yeah. Every time it's, yeah.
There's a cowboy on that
It's kind of
turret.
interesting because all the responses are awkward if you think about it. I'm more of a, somebody's in here.
Yeah.
Like that's how I'll go.
Mine's just like half frustrated, half nervous. Like, I want you to know I'm in here, but I'm not trying to disguise my voice too hard. But I kind of don't want to just let you know that it's me in here.
Somebody says you should do the seats taken.
Seats taken.
I've done that.
But when I yell somebody's in here like that, somebody's in here, like I'm speaking in the third person.
Yeah.
And you're not yourself. Like, why?
I don't know.
So vulnerable.
It's not Scott's in here.
Got to make it just a sound. Yeah. Huh?
I'm pooping.
Go away.
I'll be out in a minute.
Baiting.
You don't want none of this.
I'm crapping out a Buick.
The most popular answer was shouting somebody's in here. Yes, in the third person. And then it's occupied.
Oh, yeah. Occupado.
I'm almost done. I'll be out in a minute.
Heard that a lot.
Or just a minute. Or I'm in here.
In a session. I don't know what I say.
Or do you just scream, come on, man, the door's locked?
Or I'll also yell at the number 5
Come in.
Dude, that's what Scott does. He's done that here. In the jock bathroom over there, I've knocked, and I've heard Scott go, come in.
He's so ridiculous.
Well, you know what? And that's a sign of a quick-witted person.
Yeah.
Because it's always a surprise, obviously.
Yeah.
And your first thought is panic, whatever your panic. And for him to say, come on in, is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That worked.
I'll do this one. Yeah.
You know, speaking of people walking in, animals as well. Like we have a pocket door to our primary bath, and Willow will he gets he's Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Like he'll slowly like get like one paw in, and he'll move the door, and then his whole face comes in. He's like, "Here's Johnny," and it's terrifying each time. I can't do anything about it.
My dogs love to watch me poop, dude. Love it.
It's a security thing.
Can't get enough of it. I guess that's true love.
Well, they're
No,
like,
I want everybody out.
You watch me poop.
I can't. I try to push them out, but it's like if I even leave the door cracked, they're both coming to investigate my business.
Well, the whole time they're just going, "How's it feel? How's it feel? How's it feel?"
They're guarding you.
Now they approach.
Well, you watch them.
That's what I'm saying. You watch
Now
them.
they're
and
watching
just
you.
like, hey, we're just tasting your own medicine there, Papa.
Somebody noted that in Japan, you apparently when somebody knocks on the door, you're supposed to knock back.
Whoa.
That's
cool.
Japanese culture.
If I could reach the door, that seems.
Well, you can knock wherever.
Oh, I guess you're
They
right.
knock on a wall.
That does seem perfect. Although that seems kind of ghosty too.
It seems well for that sounds so Japanese, but yet so creepy. Honestly,
right. Like if I knocked on the bathroom door and I heard the echo pop pop, I'd be like, what? There's a ghost pooping.
The Conjuring.
In there, dude.
Yeah.
a lot of people do nothing. They say nothing, assuming the door is locked. I think that's
I hate
not
it
right.
so much. I hate the push button bathroom lock
I know.
because I'm always
Just can't
thinking
trust
about it. You can't trust it, man.
You're like, I didn't do
You
it.
give me a
enough here.
deadbolt. I gotta have it.
Okay, so
If
there.
it's a bathroom where you just push a button on a doorknob, I'm
Which
just
is
like,
the
I'll
one
go
here in the
poop
jock
outside.
room?
Huh?
Which is the one here in the jock
Oh,
bathroom?
yeah.
No,
I
it's a-
would never go in there.
It's a twist and push. It's a twist.
Which is
No,
also
you're
the
supposed
worst.
to. No, you're supposed to just push it. There's a sign.
I twist it for my security.
Twist and push is slightly more reliable.
But I left it out. I mean, I bring it out. They don't want you to turn it because if you leave it turned, even when
It'll
it pops out, it locks it, and people keep doing that, and locking everybody out. But I mean, I go the extra mile. But I need that extra mile just for security.
Oh,
if
yeah.
if heaven forbid,
know.
I got to sit down here. I'm 6 feet from the door. You could open it, and so many things could happen.
I know.
6
know when
feet
that-
from
when
the
that
door
door's
and
closed
I'm
like that.
pushing.
And I'm going to open it up. I'm going to see somebody on the toilet at some
I
point.
know.
It's gonna
For
happen.
sure, it's gonna be
I
me.
always knock and jiggle the handle, but also I make amends with myself when I go into that jock room public toilet, where it could be listeners, clients, staff, anybody's down for that place, and I tell myself this could be it, where your boss opens the door and there you are sitting on the
Vulnerable.
toilet.
I do too. I think it through. I'm always
You
like,
think
this,
that, like, well,
this
this
could be it. Who's it gonna be?
I try to cover up
From
as
now
much as
on.
I can.
Anytime I go in there, dude, I get instant OCD all of a sudden, where I'm just like click, 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 click. I'm clicking, I'm pushing, I'm testing the handle 35 times, and being like, I don't know if I trust the integrity of this thing.
The last 2 times that somebody's knocked on there and got my whole yep, it was Rafe both times.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd come out,
Best
I'd come
friends.
right into the kitchen. He goes, "That you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that you." Yep. We established. I knocked, didn't come in. We're all good.
Next time I'm going to yell, come back with a warrant.
That's cute.
You'll never get me.
Or yell, what's the password? That's what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Somebody said they don't do anything, just scream. All right, today is July the 16th. Back in the day, 89 years ago, 1935, Oklahoma City installs the very first parking meters. Thank you, Oklahoma City. 73 years ago, 1951, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger was first published. 58 years ago, 1966, Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker formed the band Cream. 43 years ago, 1981, Harry Chapin killed when his car was struck by a tractor trailer on New York's Long Island Expressway. He wrote and recorded the musical masterpiece that makes me cry, Cats in the Cradle. 38 years ago, 1986, happy birthday to the Dollywood Amusement Park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. 31 years ago, 1993, Free Willy was released. That same day, Hocus Pocus hits theaters. You know, some of these, what would be a Halloween movie, middle of summer, It's like Die Hard came out, earlier this week or last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody says Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Came out in the summer. Hocus Pocus, you think that's a Halloween movie.
Right.
Came out in the summer. 29 years ago, 1995, Amazon.com launches selling books online. 25 years ago, 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife Carolyn, and her sister Lauren Bassett dies when John's single-engine plane crashes into the ocean near Martha's Vineyard. 2 years later, the Kennedy family agreed to pay the Bassetts $15 million for the loss of their daughters. That same day, Eyes Wide Shut opens in theaters.
Weird movie.
Everybody remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut, Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise. Eyes Wide Shut is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest constant film shoot. So that movie was in production for more than 15 months total, including one streak of 46 weeks without a single break.
Holy cow.
And that landed the movie and director Stanley Kubrick a world record, which still stands today. Also that day, 1999, The Blair Witch Project. That came out.
Didn't they also say that that's the one that's
Which was shot in 3 days.
Yes.
that's why Kubrick was killed? Like the whole conspiracy theory about that film exposing underground LA.
I never heard that.
I thought that was the conspiracy theory that like he was
offed
because of some association with that movie and some.
I don't know. Never heard that.
Interesting.
I think I saw it once. I'm not a fan.
I need to go see it again because I watched it in high school. Because what year did it come out?
1999.
Yeah, so I was just getting into high school and I watched it. I was like, whoa. And I didn't understand anything. And I think now that I've been to some different temples and things.
Yeah, me too. It was during the Riz
understand.
Lost years, so I
Yeah.
think I need to see it again.
The Lost Years.
3 years ago in 2021, Biz Markie, the clown prince of hip-hop, dies at 57. Best known for his 1989 hit Just a Friend. That same day, 3 years ago, Space Jam 2, starring LeBron, was released. And 2 years ago, happy anniversary, Jennifer Lopez marries Ben Affleck.
Oh, boy. How's that going?
Quickie wedding in Las Vegas. Things are going great for those two. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And we start with this. Love seeing these different types of records being broken by actual records. Metallica's 1991 self-titled album is number 178 on this week's Billboard 200 charts, making it 750 total weeks on the chart. It's the fourth album in history to reach that milestone after Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon.
So how many weeks?
750 weeks.
Whoa.
It's a long time. So Dark Side of the Moon's been on for 990 weeks. Bob Marley and the Wailers' Legend, 843 weeks. And then Journey's Greatest Hits, which we found this out last week, 813 weeks. And so...
So 700, what'd you say, 740?
750.
So that's about 14.4 years, according to my calculations.
Very good.
Of an album on the charts. Damn.
And when it came out, it spent 4 weeks at number one back in the summer of 1992. Sully Erna of Godsmack and ex-Motley Crue guitarist Mick Mars guest on Make My Country Rock. This is a singer by Corey Marks. The song's going to be out July 26th, so you might want to check that out. 9 Inch Nails are teaming up with the shoe company Doc Martens for 2 pairs of boots and a pair of shoes inspired by the artwork from The Downward Spiral. People are saying this has been the longest wait for a collaboration with gear.
Doc Martens and 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes hand in hand.
And the shoes are actually really cool.
That is so 1992.
It definitely is. So you can buy those now. Theory of a Dead Man have announced an unplugged tour that starts October 18th here in St. Louis. Citizen Soldier, 10 Years, and St. Asonia will take turns as direct support, with Adelita's Way and Corey Marks splitting opening duties. So if you want tickets, 1057thepoint.com. Guitarist Ronnie Wood has posted to his socials a recap of the second Rolling Stones tour so far. I didn't realize this, but it's true. The Stones, the final U.S. show is going to be this Sunday in Ridgedale. Rafe and Tina are going.
Yeah. Oh, the Ozark Amphitheater?
The Ozarks Amphitheater, the Johnny Morris place, right? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the final show of the tour.
It is.
Is your mom going?
She is.
You're not going with her, huh?
I might have an opportunity to go, which I will let you know because I would need Monday off.
And you need Monday off now, too?
Mm-hmm.
It's his first time seeing the Stones. That's a big deal. That's cool.
So you both need Monday off, huh?
I don't know if I'm going yet. I'll let you know.
So you know we have Friday off, right? So
Yeah.
Long weekend. Huh?
Rolling Stone.
4 days. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay. Hey, enjoy this.
Enjoy.
311 311 will release
Good time.
a 30th anniversary of their Grassroots album on August 23rd. It comes with 5 bonus tracks that were not on the original album. In other news, by the way, it's a really slow news day today. I'm sorry. So there's a lot of like music news I'm giving everybody. There's some audio for this, though. During Coldplay's performance in Italy, the band performed a new version of Good Feelings. They were in Rome. So the song was allegedly supposed to be a collaboration between the band and the Chainsmokers on their 2021 album, Music in the Spheres. Here's a little bit of that. Okay,
Great.
thank you. Sandra
Sounds
Denton, also known as Peppa from Salt and Peppa, got kicked off a Southwest flight from Vegas to Nashville yesterday. So Peppa had paid for 2 seats because she just had knee surgery from a crash that she was in back in 2018. But once she got on the plane, she was told that she could not have both seats because she wasn't in a cast. So she paid for 2 seats on this plane, okay?
Yeah.
She did have a knee brace on, though. So after some back and forth, they let her have the seats.
What she paid for?
What she paid for. Then a guy came along asking Peppa for her second seat, claiming that he was headed to a funeral. An argument ensued, but flight attendants ended up giving the guy her seat that she paid for.
Even though she paid for it.
At that point, Peppa claims that she FaceTimed her assistant to talk about the situation, and she was removed from the flight then for recording, which she claims she wasn't doing. She did get a refund, and now she's exploring her legal options. So Peppa did record the interaction with the Southwest officials after she got off the plane, and she was totally calm and reasonable the whole time. She said the only reason she got off the plane was for the other passengers' sake.
I'm just hoping America could survive this tragedy.
I hope so, too.
I hope she gets on that next flight.
Let her have her 2 seats.
Let her have her 2 seats.
She paid for them. There's some audio for this as well. Wheeler Walker Jr., whoever the hell that is, has some pretty
He's
strong...
been on this show. He's great.
Yeah. friend
Oh,
of the
really?
show.
So he's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
He's cool as hell.
I've never heard this guy before. Wheeler Walker Jr.?
Yeah.
He has some pretty strong feelings about Post Malone and his entrance into country music. And so here's a little bit of what he thinks.
Hey, Post Malone, Wheeler Walker Jr. here. Heard your new pop country song with Blake Shelton. Maybe the worst song I've ever heard. Don't want your filth in country music. You're dirtying it up. You're basically Florida Georgia Line with face tattoos. We don't like you. Go back to that crappy music you were doing before I knew who you were. Mr. Malone, see ya. Go home.
It's a comedy act.
See ya.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so
He's a comedian?
He's a comedian.
Oh,
It's an act.
is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a brash, right? Brash, like outlaw country guy.
Yeah.
Never
He's,
heard of him.
His real name is Ben.
Yes.
He created this character, and now I feel like he's trapped in it a little bit.
Isn't it like Ben Mendelsohn or something?
No.
What is it? Who's Ben Mendelsohn? Did I just make up a name?
Ben Mendelsohn.
No, that's a
friend
real
of the
person.
show.
I feel like that's a actor.
Ben Hoffman.
Ben Hoffman.
Hoffman, yeah. His brother is a keyboardist in the Scissor Sisters, FYI. Yeah, it's an act. He's like, it's a funny thing because Wheeler Walker Jr. is making fun of country bros, but a lot of country bros weren't smart enough to get the satire, so they just like him.
All right, so
and
here's
the,
some
and
of
the
his,
songs were good enough.
here's some of his songs.
And the songs are good enough,
Yeah,
and
give me
he's
something.
And
successful.
and they're funny.
I
and
don't
they're
know.
funny,
I
and he's
can't play
successful.
anything.
Scott covered a couple.
Because they're
All right,
dirty?
So, song titles: "F This Job,"
Okay.
"Drop 'Em Out,"
Drop them out. Which is-
"F'd by a Country Boy,"
Okay.
"I Like Smoking Pot,"
Oh,
"F You
wait.
Bitch,"
I think I've seen F by a Country Boy. I think I've seen a funny video
"Born
about
to
that.
F," and then there's "Eatin'," haha, and "Kickin' Ass."
Whoa. Okay, well, right on.
He's currently on the Spread Eagle tour.
Whoa. Rest in peace to actor James B. Sicking. He passed away at the age of 90. His publicist said he died of dementia on Saturday at his LA home. He was best known for his roles as Lieutenant Howard Hunter in Hill Street Blues and Dr. David Hauser on Doogie Howser, MD.
So who's Doogie's dad?
I believe so. He also appeared in Rawhide, Bonanza, Starsky and Hutch, The Rockford Files, General Hospital, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. So rest in peace to him. Alyssa Milano has shared a sweet tribute to Shannon Doherty following the news of her passing and addressed the their complicated past, which we were talking about yesterday. Milano says, it's no secret that Shannon and I had a complicated relationship, but at its core was someone I deeply respected and I was in awe of. She was talented, beloved by many, and the world is less without her. My condolences to all who loved her. And Moon, you were wondering more info about Richard Simmons' death? So
yeah, I
this
remember
came
because
out.
the only thing that I had heard is that he fell and died, and I wasn't sure, like, fell and got up because they said he fell the day before, right?
Right. So
tell me more.
The day before Richard Simmons died, he fell in his bathroom. A housekeeper begged him to get medical attention, which he refused. So this happened Friday night, Richard's 76th birthday. He wanted to stay home. He told the housekeeper that maybe he'd see a doctor on Saturday, so she helped him get to bed. On Saturday morning around 10 a.m., she found him dead on the floor next to his bed. Richard Simmons had reportedly been feeling dizzy before his fall, and there's still no word of his cause of death.
Dude, this is some Bob Saget stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fell, hit his head, or bonked his head on the sink or something like that. And I hate to say this, 76 years old.
You gotta see a doctor.
Driver's test every year, and if you hit your head at 76, if you hit your head at 16, you're not able to sometimes make the right decisions.
Yeah, well, like I hit my head, I got a headache. I mean, listen, you've been bonked in the head before.
But I've also had concussions, and like a real concussion makes you kind of think you're okay, and then you're not okay, and you know what I'm saying? Like at 76, if you hit your head, I'm sorry, you're seeing a doctor.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I would hope so.
Even if you feel okay, like, hey, let's just check it out.
Right.
Let's just check it out, dude.
I mean, I was
a head
kid,
injury.
Smoked in the head by a baseball, and you go, I got a headache, I'll sleep it off.
Yeah.
Not saying that's right, but
Could have internal bleeding.
Natasha Richardson, Liam Neeson's wife, fell at a ski resort.
That's right.
She hit her head, went to bed.
It's terrifying.
Didn't wake up again.
And finally, you guys, today is an Amazon Prime Day, and so you can catch some of the biggest deals off the Amazon today and tomorrow, actually. So maybe you're thinking of something that you'd like to get the Lego and guitarist lovers in your life. Lego's Fender Strat Guitar Kit is an early part of Amazon Prime Day deals, and its pricing reaching Black Friday levels. So this kit's pretty cool. It's 1,074 pieces, and you also get a Princeton amp kit. And so if you want to build this thing, it's $96 right now for Amazon Prime Day.
Right now, huh?
Just go while
so
it's
if I
hot.
want to buy a Lego Strat,
Yeah, Fender.
$99, pretty good deal. For
Pretty cool.
A Lego set that's over 1,000 pieces, 1,700 pieces.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Again, slow news day for the celebs. That's your crap on celebrities.
Well, thank you, Lern.
Celeb celebrating a birthday today. Luke from 5 Seconds of Summer, the singer. He's 28. Alexandra Shipp, Sasha in Shaft, Storm and X-Men Dark Phoenix, Deadpool 2, X-Men Apocalypse. She's 33. Anna Lynn McCord, Naomi Clark from 90210 is 37. Rosa Salazar from Undone and the Maze Runner movies is 39. Carly Lloyd, the soccer Olympian and 2015 World Cup winner, is 42. Jayma Mays from a Trial and Error show. She's from Glee and Heroes, is 45. We have Chris Pontius, Jackass and Wild Boys. Chris Pontius is 50. Corey freaking Feldman is 53 years old.
Corey.
Ed
See him on
Kowalczyk
Thursday.
from Live is 53 as well. Same birthday. Will Ferrell is 57. Phoebe Cates is 61. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Gremlins. She's married to Kevin Kline. Didn't know that.
St. Louis's own.
Michael Flatley, the Lord of the Dance, is 66. Stuart freaking Copeland, the drummer for The Police, is 72. Ruben Blades, Daniel from Fear the Walking Dead, is 76. And Jimmy Johnson, former coach of the Cowboys and Dolphins with rock solid hair. He now co-hosts NFL pregame show on Fox, and Jimmy Johnson is 81 years old.
All right.
I saw a Corey Feldman video yesterday.
Oh.
They ordered his bus for the wrong day.
No way.
So
Well, he's a comeback.
they had to get like a stinky RV to take to the first show because I think it starts tonight.
Yeah, it does.
And he's like, I'm on this RV, got no bathroom, no air conditioning. We're all sweating, but that's how much I love the fans, And I was like,
I can't wait to see you, Corey, on Thursday.
Corey.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Alicia Monet. And today's birthday girl has been in 121 fine films, including Against All Odds, Big Melons 17, The Case of the Mad Tickler, The Erotic Adventures of Bonnie and Clyde, Ginger Does 'Em All, Hitler Sucks, The Inn of Sin, Rambo 2, The Sex Platoon, So Deep, So Good, and Who Can Forget a Role in 2002's Splatterhouse 22. Alicia Monet, would have been.
Oh.
Would have been 60 years old today.
R.I.P. Queen.
She died back in 2002 from a meth overdose.
No.
You start getting into 22, the sequel 21. Mm-hmm. Do you just start it with like on the last Splatterhouse?
Nah, I think it's it's like a Black Mirror. They've all got their own.
Episode, so I can just jump in.
They've got their own
22.
plots and
I
everything.
don't need to see 1 through 21.
No.
What if Porns did a recap season, though?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are ones that do that. It's Porno Birthday. Those are crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll
On
come
the
back.
last, wet food.
Ugh.
You remember that one?
Yeah. All right, after the break, we're going to play Simpleton Trivia. Here's how the game works. Moon, I need 45 seconds on the clock. Rafe will ask our contestants on the phone 10 questions. They will have 45 seconds to answer the 10 questions. If you get one wrong, that's it. You'll hear this sound, and I will hang up on you. Mm-hmm. You could pass and come back to it, but if you answer incorrectly, that's it. Buzz, you're out.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. You could choose to do it yourself. Answer the 10 questions, and you get 2 tickets. Or you could have a Riz Show member answer the questions for you for 1 pair of tickets.
Yeah.
So you could do it yourself for 2 pairs, or you could do it, well, you have one of us do it for 1 pair of tickets.
Right.
And if you choose a Riz Show member, you have the option to bet on or against.
That's right.
So you could pick Riz and say, I think he will get it, or I think he won't get it. If you play yourself, you have to win.
Yes. So up for grabs, Limp Bizkit tickets. Limp Bizkit, Thursday, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Alanis Morissette a week from today with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. That's at the amphitheater. And we got tickets to go see Seether and Skillet, St. Louis Music Park, October the 3rd. So Simpleton Trivia next. 10 easy questions. Can you answer them in 45 seconds or have one of us do it and bet on or against us? Show today, there is the number 2 show, which starts at 10:15.
10:15. And we will be going live today with 15 Minutes with Riz and Lern. Lern's going to join us, too, because we're going to debut all of our Limp Bizkit audition videos and chat it up. You can call right now. You can leave a message in the Point app, or you can call 818-532-1420. That's 818-532-1420. I will be taking calls live at some point during the show after we all chat. So, yeah, join us at 10:15 today on the Point YouTube application.
So we'll chat about the Limp Bizkit videos. If you can't make it over to YouTube, they'll be up on our socials at 10 o'clock.
That's right.
Those those Limp Bizkit videos, Lern's video, Rafe's video, and King Scott's video. All for you to check out in all its glory. It's going to be great. But join us for the number 2 show at 10:15. Let's give away some stuff. All right, speaking of Limp Bizkit, we have Limp Bizkit tickets, we have Alanis Morissette tickets, and we have Seether Skillet tickets, and we are playing Simpleton Trivia. So we'll get you on the phone, and you have a choice to make. You can answer the questions yourself, 10 questions correct in 45 seconds. If you complete the challenge without getting any wrong, your choice of any 2 tickets. Or you could choose one of us here, myself, Moon, or Lern. You could have us answer the questions for you, and you could either bet that we'll do it or not do it.
Right.
If you bet correctly, only 1 pair of tickets. Simple as that. Let's test out the 45-second clock, Moon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So intense.
So intense. Okay,
It works.
That works.
It's on.
Remember, you could pass once.
You can pass once, yeah.
But if you get a question wrong, you hear this, and I'm hanging up on you.
Don't get hung up.
Okay, let's
Not
go.
hung up on. Don't get hung up on a question.
Both.
If you get hung up on a question, pass. Keep it cool. We'll get back to it.
All right, Bobby, you there?
Hey, how you doing, Riz? Happy birthday.
Hey, Bobby. It's Bobby.
Hey, long time no here.
All right, Bobby, Simpleton Trivia. Do you want to do it yourself, answer 10 questions in 45 seconds, or have one of us do it?
I want you to do it, Riz. How can you fail in your own game?
Oh,
You want me to do
well.
it, and you're betting
Yes.
that I will get them correct?
Yes. Hey, Riz always gets it right.
Oh, wow. This
Look at
guy's.
Bobby. I love you,
Is your
Bobby.
brother?
Look at Bobby.
I like it,
I'm
Bobby.
really looking
I love Bobby.
I'm looking at you though, dude.
All right, well, I'm doing Bobby. I'm doing it for you. If I complete the challenge, what tickets do you want?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette next week with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Nice.
All right, Bobby, hang on 1 second. Rafe,
Bobby's betting on you.
Bobby's betting on me.
All right, dude. Don't blow it. I feel like last time we played, you biffed it.
I
Wow.
did.
What a thing to say to him.
I think you biffed it twice.
I did. Yes, I did.
You
Yeah.
biffed it a lot in this
I
game.
biffed it a lot in this game.
Yeah,
I'm
raisins.
doing it.
Well, you had a streak of being, I think you had like 3 in a row.
But I've
It's okay, man.
defecated the bed.
We've all lost on this.
You
Let's
did-
just do it, okay?
I just wanted to plant that seed.
Let's just do
before
it.
we
God's
started.
sakes.
We'll still love you.
Scott
Thank you.
Rizzuto, on behalf of the caller.
Bobby,
Bobby.
here we go.
Damn it, Bobby. Are you ready to play
Yes,
Simpleton Trivia?
I am. Let's go.
The clock will start after I finish the first question. Scott Rizzuto,
Yes.
what is the capital of France?
Paris.
Who wrote the book 1984 and has a name synonymous with the dystopian?
George Orwell.
What is the chemical symbol for water?
H2O.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
What planet is commonly known as the Red Planet?
Mars.
Who is the first president of the United States?
George Washington.
How many points are a touchdown worth?
6.
Who directed the movie Titanic?
Jim Cameron.
What U.S. state is known for its peaches?
Georgia.
What is the largest ocean on Earth?
The Pacific.
Nailed it.
Got
Done.
it. Got it.
Wow, Bobby.
12
knew.
Got
seconds
it.
to spare.
Bobby!
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby!
Yeah.
Bobby!
I think he gave you a repeat question that you got right this time that you got wrong last
What did I
time.
get wrong?
Yeah,
Red planet, I think you said Mercury last time.
he did.
I said Jupiter.
Jupiter, that's what
I
it
wouldn't
was.
get that one
Well,
wrong.
you
You
did
got
get
it
it
wrong,
wrong.
bro. That
You
was
guys are
yours.
idiots.
You did.
No, you
No.
did. 'cause
Bobby,
you
hang
were
on.
super
It is a repeat.
PO'd.
He threw you the same pitch. You got it this time.
Woo! All right.
That was impressive.
All right. Thank you.
A lot. You'd be surprised how many times I'll put the same question in, reword it a different way, and get
Oh.
different answers.
All right. Let's go to our next caller.
Hey, Aaron, where are you?
What it do?
Where is Aaron right now?
Aaron.
What'd it do?
What'd it do?
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Aaron, you going to do it yourself for 2 pairs of tickets or have one of us play for you?
Heck no. It was way too long of a night working. Lern,
Yeah,
I got a feeling you're not going to get one.
yeah.
All right. So,
Well, you
look-
could suck it, Aaron, because
So,
I'm going
Aaron-
to totally get it.
Aaron.
Love you too.
All right. So, Aaron
Is that-
thinks you're going to not get
Right.
the 10 and 45.
You done messed up, Aaron!
You gonna learn today?
I don't think so.
You're going to learn today.
Aaron, learn.
Man.
Yeah.
Are you
By the
ready?
way,
I guess.
when I asked Aaron where he was from, he said, O'Fallon Mo, bro.
Oh,
Where
Fallon
your
Mo,
mom's
bro.
from? That's where I'm from.
O'Fallon Mo, bro.
Okay. Betting against Learn.
Where your mom's
right.
from.
Betting against Lern. Lern. Are you ready to make him pay?
Yes.
Your time will begin after the end of the first question. What is the name of the character that Johnny Depp plays in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Jack Sparrow.
What element does O represent on the periodic table?
Oxygen.
How many wheels on a tricycle?
3.
What area is the Oval Office located in the White House?
What? Pass.
What type of animal is a Komodo dragon?
Reptile.
What planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
What's Tarzan's main love interest's name?
Jane.
Who was the first man to walk on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
Who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel?
Da Vinci? Shoot!
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Da Vinci, my ass.
Aaron!
Aaron, you son of a bitch!
You were cruising.
Oh, he's
I
laughing.
didn't think you'd
you
get that
can
other
have
one
it,
either.
dude. You can have it.
The
I'm not mad, dude. I'm not mad.
the Oval Office, that's the West
Can
Wing.
I-
The West Wing, yeah.
Yeah, West Wing, yep.
All right,
I thought it was a trick question. I was like,
Hang
wait a
on,
minute. The
hang
Oval
on.
Office.
Aaron wins.
Nope,
Aaron
the West
wins.
Wing.
Joshua, hello.
Hey there, guys.
All right, Joshua, you want to play yourself for 2 pairs of tickets or have one of us play for you?
I'm going to have one of you guys do it.
Who's it going to be, myself, Moon, or Learn?
Let's go Learn.
All right.
Learn. Are you going to bet on her or against her?
I'm going to go against today.
Against.
The men hate.
Against.
I
I mean, these men today.
these men, am I right?
Yeah, well, we'll see if I'm.
A lot of hating going on
Lot
here.
of hating.
Learn. Prove them wrong.
All right, let's see.
Focus up. Push that heating pad down on those ovaries and focus up.
I really do have a heating pad on right now. Yes.
You got this.
Moon's already with the clock. Let's go.
I don't like all these people betting against us in the room. That pisses me off.
I think it's
all
just
right,
me.
here we go. What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
What was the name of Robin Williams' film where he dresses as an elderly British nanny?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
What is the fifth letter of the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E. E.
What sport does Cristiano Ronaldo play?
Soccer.
What is H2O commonly known as?
Water.
Who was the pretty woman in the film Pretty Woman?
Julia Roberts.
What is the name of Han Solo's ship?
Pass. Oh,
What?
no, pass.
What is 4 plus 4 minus 1?
4 plus 4 is 8, minus 1 is 7.
What is known as the city of brotherly love?
Philadelphia.
What talk show host was also the American Idol Season 1 winner?
Kelly Clarkson.
What is Han Solo's ship?
The Millennium Falcon.
Boom.
Oh!
You can suck these.
Bye-bye.
Suck these what?
4 seconds
These ovaries,
to
you can
spare.
suck these ovaries. That's for damn sure.
Suck those hot
I thought you were
ovaries.
going to get that Millennium Falcon one wrong.
I did too. Well, as you guys know, I'm not like a Star Wars buff, and
You
I
said it the other day.
I said Millennium Falcon, right?
It's okay.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, but you
Millennium.
said it right this time, and that's when it counted.
All right.
All
Good
right.
job.
Kevin, you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
All right, Kevin, Simpleton Trivia. You going to do it yourself or have one of us play for you?
I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to try it myself.
Yeah, for 2
Yes.
pairs of tickets.
Da-da-da-da.
Go easy on me, Race.
Well, these are all simple trivia questions, so...
These are all relatively simple, yes.
All right, Kevin,
Don't get hung up. Pass if you need to.
here we go.
2 sets of tickets. Are you ready to play?
I am ready.
Then your time shall begin at the end of the first question. Who is known as the King of Pop?
Michael Jackson.
What is the capital of Japan?
Tokyo.
In which ocean is the Bermuda Triangle located?
The Atlantic.
Who played Forrest Gump in the movie Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks.
What is the largest planet in our solar system?
Jupiter.
What is the longest river in the world?
Oh, pass.
Who was the Roman god of war?
Aries.
Nope, Mars.
Oh.
Mars.
Sorry, bud.
Are you questioning something?
I'm thinking about the god of war as Aries were ruled by the planet Mars. That's all. That's all I'm thinking about. It's literally what I'm just thinking
Is
about.
is the Amazon the longest river?
The Nile.
The Nile.
Oh, it's either one of those.
Technically, Ares is a Greek god of war, but not the Roman god of war.
Did you say Roman god?
I did.
Okay. Michael.
It was a trick
Hey, how's
question
it
because
going?
we already had Mars once.
Hello, Michael. Going to answer the questions yourself, or are you going to pass to somebody else?
No, I'm going to chicken out and I'm going to give it to Moon.
Moon. Oh, you are up, buddy.
I'm not good
Are
at
you
this.
going to bet on him or against him?
You know what? I'll go against him.
Oh!
Don't let him do it.
I think that's wise.
Baby.
I think that's
him
wise.
wrong.
Well done. Way to set him up, Moon.
I will attempt to prove him wrong.
Prove him wrong.
But I
prove
think
him
he's
wrong.
running the stats here, and I'm probably batting like a 400.
You
here.
look well rested.
Oh,
You do.
Slept-
You look
slept
good.
yesterday.
Thank you very much.
You
It's
got
the
a mustache.
moisturizer.
You got a mustache going.
Yes,
You wearing a sweatshirt.
I hereby summon the power of the mustache.
You wearing a sweatshirt. It's all good. All right, Moon.
Here we go. Prove him wrong. Everybody's betting against us today. Your time will begin at the end of the first question. Which fictional city is the home of Batman?
Gotham City.
How many continents are there in the world?
7.
What is the main ingredient in traditional guacamole?
Avocado.
Steve Harvey is a game show host of what show?
Oh, man. Family Feud.
Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee.
How many feet are there in a mile?
Pass.
What holy place is the smallest country in the world?
Vatican City.
What instrument does Yo-Yo Ma play?
Ooh, violin.
Cello.
How many feet? Simpleton Trivia has gone to how many feet in a mile?
Oh, I don't know that. What is that? Feet? 200 feet?
5,280.
Are you out of your mind? Well, what has this game become? I'm glad he
You got Yo-Yo Ma
I'm glad he
wrong
got
anyway.
tickets. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Okay, but I mean,
They can't all be 2 + 2.
Congratulations,
Right.
Michael.
Yeah, that's
Seven.
if 2 + 2 is first grade. How many feet in a mile is definitely second grade.
Like, I don't know.
You know what? How many feet in a mile should be common knowledge? And we've been all told it 5,000 times as well.
Oh, well, yeah.
Not in the public schools, Riz. Not in the
Didn't know
public
that.
school.
I went to public school. Our last contestant, James. Hello, James.
Hey,
Hey.
All right, James. You going to do it yourself or have somebody else do it for you?
we're gonna let Lern do it.
Learn.
You mofos. All right.
Okay, now she's 50-50 here.
Yeah. On a streak. She's on a winning streak.
Yeah.
right now.
What's up, James? You with me or against me?
We're against.
Oh, against.
Against.
I'm against
I don't know if you noticed.
I got these.
What do
big-
you think? You're a woman.
That's not what James said.
I'm just
I know.
kidding. It's just
We're
he
just
has this.
That's not what James
He
said.
has just a deep, timbery voice. That's all. I'm
I
just
mean,
teasing you, buddy.
It could be
No lady. I can tell
Sam
you that.
Elliott on the phone. I don't know.
That's what it sounded like.
James. I don't know.
That's what it sounded like to me. All right,
Learn
Some
LOL.
of the power of Sam Elliott's mustache.
Learn, you're up.
All right, partner.
Here we go. Barbecue sauce. Lock it in.
sauce.
Pretend like those ovaries hang loose outside your body out of a scrotum. and answer. Okay. And answer
Right
these
on.
questions like a man would.
I'm the original truck nuts
Here we
model.
go. Here we go. Question 1. What does CPU stand for?
Pass.
Who directed the movie Inception?
Frickin'. Oh!
It's looking good for James.
What the hell is his name? Batman director Christopher Nolan.
There you go. Where is the Great Barrier Reef located?
In the ocean. Just whatever, dude.
You know
I'm
what?
out.
Correct answer. Keep going. I accept.
What continent is it located near?
Australia.
Yes.
How many legs does a daddy long legs have?
8.
How many starting players in a baseball team?
9.
In Greek mythology, who is the king of the underworld?
Diablo.
Nope. You were playing on. She was on borrowed time for a lot of those.
CPU. Wait. CPU.
Hades, Central Processing Unit.
Oh, yeah. Too deep for me, pal.
Well,
Yeah,
James
remember,
wins.
She's an AI fighter.
I am an AI denier.
That's true. Hades was the Greek.
Diablo.
Diablo. El Diablo.
Diablo.
Oh man.
El Diablo. Okay. We did it, guys.
That was a tough round too, man. Tough round.
We did good.
Pretty
We
good.
guys have an edible you could give Rizzuto. Why would I want an edible?
Can we all have an edible? If you get one, I get one. Those are the rules.
Why does he want me to take an edible?
I don't know, man. You need to chill?
No, I'm fine.
I feel like you're good.
You want a
good.
Tums?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm good.
I mean, you're screaming at us for not knowing how many feet are in a
El
mile.
Diablo.
El Diablo.
All right, 9:03. We got.
I feel bad. I feel like I thought that was common knowledge.
What, the mile?
Feet in a mile, I feel like was
That's
something
fine.
that's.
It's fine. It's 9:03. Your emails after the break. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. 2 lanes blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound just before First Capitol Drive. We have a lot of delays, severe delays. So it says 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. And further south from there, right lane blocked due to an incident 270 northbound. After 44. Your point forecast, isolated severe storms and local flooding is possible. High of 92, but right now it's 74 at the point studio.
We have to pick who the official one is.
Oh, great.
It's up to you guys. All right, Moon, emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com or your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
All right, so emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. You know, we closed out yesterday's email segment with, hey, we got a big one, and this is
This is it.
this is how we're going to start. It says, good morning, Riz Show.
Hi.
I love listening to you every day, and I hope you all are having a great morning. My husband and I are having a difference in opinion, and I was hoping for some guidance. And we're the place to go to, right?
Okay, yeah, of course.
My husband and I already have 2 kids. He doesn't want any more. Youngest one is about 7 months old and especially not a good time. I, however, am more religious than he is, and I don't believe in birth control. I believe God's got a plan, and I'll follow that plan.
God's plan.
He knows that I refuse birth control and is now wanting a vasectomy. I obviously disagree. We are now at a standstill. I will be going out of town with the kids for a week in about a month, and he keeps joking that he's going to get a vasectomy.
Do it.
He's getting to the point.
Do it.
It's getting to the point where I'm starting to think he's actually going to go get one. Please help. I know it's his body, and I don't want to tell him what he can and can't do, but there has to be another way. Any ideas besides a condom? And nobody wants that. LOL.
Okay.
Kind regards, a loyal listener.
Can I just make a point here? To bring a kid into this world, don't we need to have both parties agreeing? It's like turning the key at the same
You would
time to
hope.
launch the missile. One key's not going to do it.
The door just won't open.
The
right?
door's not going to open.
You mean the door shouldn't open?
The door shouldn't open. So we both got to, I have one half of the launch code and he's got the other half. Right? If he doesn't want a kid.
Man,
why?
I don't even have to voice where I stand.
Why is
on
it
this.
even a question of, okay, we've already got 2 kids.
Yeah.
He doesn't want another one.
Right.
She's not necessarily arguing with that. She's just arguing about, not arguing. She disagrees with
birth control
methods of birth control.
Listen. I'm not sure what are they, Catholics?
Well,
she didn't say. She didn't specify.
Religious on some level, she said.
She's not against. She's against her using birth control.
She's against birth control
She
in general.
seemed open to condoms. Not pumped about it. No one is. I mean, it seems like she's more like, let's just keep seeing what happens. It doesn't seem like she's not wanting kids. It's like she's just saying, fire in the hole, we'll see what happens.
She said she actively wants kids.
Oh.
She didn't even say that she was pushing for it, I don't think.
She said she wants another kid. He doesn't.
I don't think this is anybody. All of us are like reflecting and she's wanting opinions. This is between them. I'm not going to tell them what
she
to
did
do
not
at
say,
all.
hey, she did not say she wants more kids. She just said that my husband and I already have 2. He does not want any more. With the youngest one just turning 7 months is especially not a good time. I however, am more religious than he is, and I don't believe in birth control. This is just about birth control.
Okay, so I'm not sure what religion they are. What is
It's Catholicism.
the Catholics' stance on vasectomies?
Well, okay, for instance, I'll just out my brother and sister-in-law. So they are devout Catholics, and they're against birth control for my sister-in-law. However, my brother-in-law did get a vasectomy. So for whatever reason, that was their choice of birth control, and they decided. And
the Catechism of the Catholic Church considers sterilization to be a serious sin.
Yeah.
And Catholic doctrine forbids it.
Well, it's interesting because, I mean, my family, they're wild Catholics, like, love it. And so, but they also didn't want to have 3 kids already. They were done. They're like, we don't want to have any more kids. So
they went against that.
Catholic moral teaching states that sterilization involves the mutilation of healthy organs.
Which is right.
But better way
I mean, that's
to
a
choose
fact.
God's plan.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Mutilated my.
I mutilated the boys.
That's a harsh way of saying it.
It is a harsh way, but it is the truth.
It is technically, yes.
You and I both done that.
Sounds like these people are not going to have any sex for a while.
Oh, I did it twice.
I'd say wait it out. We don't know how old these people are. Wait it out till it's all the organs are done.
What?
And then
You're all
can-
dried up?
Yeah, you're all dried up.
I disagree. I think he goes for it.
I think you go for the vasectomy.
Think you go out of town and he says, honey, turns out God had some plans while you were out of town.
God's plan.
He planned on me to go.
Obviously,
get cut.
If he's okay with the vasectomy.
Yeah.
So morally for him, it's fine.
Right. And she's not okay with it. And I'm sure he takes that into consideration, but like she said, it is his body, and it's his choice, whatever he wants to do with his body.
Get the vasectomy. I got a guy, Dr. Waltman, South County Urological. Good dude, gentle hands.
Mm-hmm. I would have a
Great
hard
guy.
time if I were the man in this relationship. I would be like, well, I don't feel comfortable having sex anymore because I don't want to have any more kids, and you are looking down on me for having a vasectomy. That's a tough spot to be in. I feel for him.
Yeah, that's tough that they're not on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep your pull-out game strong, my brother.
Yeah, but
That's the only other option.
Pull and pray.
The rhythm method
Is pull and pray is not fail-safe.
isn't that the rhythm method? Isn't that the Catholic thing? Or was, or something?
Yeah, I've
Rhythm
heard that
method,
before.
that's you got to monitor, ovulation and all that stuff.
That's a good point. She
Sounds
could
like a lot
she
of
could
work.
see when she's ovulating. There's tests for that, so you can like go buy those over the counter and see if you're ovulating. And obviously, don't have sex during that time because you're more likely of getting pregnant.
Well, for somebody that's had a few accidents, it's
Oh, yeah, it's not foolproof.
That's still hard to
It's
enjoy.
not foolproof.
Yeah, it's still hard
It's
to
nature.
enjoy if things are scary. You know what I mean?
God, that's tough. And Valerie brings up a good point on here. She says, "I wouldn't want to have another kid with a man who doesn't want to do the parenting with me."
Yeah, you gotta have. You're married. You want to. Everybody needs to be on board. I would hope.
What did it say this guy didn't want to parent?
This is not any of these.
He said
things.
he's not stoked on having another kid.
He just he doesn't
doesn't
want
mean
to
he
have a kid.
doesn't want. Oh, doesn't mean he'd be a bad parent to
No,
his
I'm not
kid.
saying
that's
that at
not what
all.
he said. He doesn't want to have kids, and she doesn't believe in birth control. That's what this is about.
I'm surprised that conversation was not. Maybe they've evolved since getting married, and those are the new ways of thinking. I mean, that's something that you kind of talk about before you get married to somebody.
Yeah, things are ever changing, ever evolving. Maybe they got married and didn't want to have kids, and then they had one. They're like, "This is awesome. I'm gonna have two," and then they had two, and the guy, and she's kind of whatever, and he's like, "That's it. I'm done." This is new territory, new
My wife
conversations.
was not stoked on having kids when we first got together. She never thought.
Yeah.
But I'm the one that wanted to have kids. I said, "This
I want 'em."
seed must be spread."
Oh my goodness. It's like whatever. No.
All right, next.
This one came in today. We were just talking about going to Turkey and having these procedures,
Yeah,
and
the
these tests.
scans.
It's tests.
This one says, going to Turkey in October for a hair transplant. Best in the world. Procedure is in a sexy-ass hospital, and they put you up in a 4-star hotel. Transportation included, $3,500. I was quoted $13,500 in St. Louis for the exact same procedure. Mr. Universe Chris Bumstead. Is it Bumstead or Bernstead? Those are small letters. I'm going to say Bumstead because it's cooler. Just went to Turkey for his hair, and it's all over the internet.
Well, yeah, there's a video, and Rafe was referencing it earlier, where the woman goes, she spends a full day just at this really 5-star hospital with all the amenities, including what looks like a great place for lunch.
Yeah.
Getting all these tests done, these scans, and everything from your teeth to your eyes to your gynecological exam for what would cost thousands of dollars. She got it all done for like $800.
And a vacation.
And a vacation to Turkey. Huh. Next.
Hello, Ted.
Hello. Ted.
Listening to the show today reminded me of a time my husband and I flipped a hoarder house in Arnold. When we went in for the first time, we discovered a bedroom full of magazine porn, a bedroom full of video porn, and then the actual bedroom where there were sewing pins in the mattress, a basket holding a roll of paper towels on the headboard, an alarmingly sticky JCPenney lingerie catalog.
Oh.
Fertility idols, and some other items around the room. Moon mentioned a spatula yesterday. I can attest to this one in this photo below. It's like right on. It's right.
Oh, okay. So this is in reference to people using around household items as sex toys.
Yes.
Right. So can attest to this. It's in the photo below. There was also a bottle of mouthwash that had similar staining on the cap, along with another odd toy also pictured below. It looked like a dog toy, but you could tell it wasn't.
Oh, can I see this picture? Do it.
I threw in a picture of the sweet sex drops just for fun. The mouthwash and spatula were just two that really stood out and brought violently back to my memory during you guys talking about it in this segment. Oh gosh, there's so many emails down here. Hang on, I'll find the photo.
Okay.
What do you feel about that? What if you had to go in and clean this stuff up? By the way, this is like a house that they had to flip, so they had to clean it all out.
Yeah. Well, if that's your job, or if that's something you do, you got to expect this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're used
Expect
to
the
that.
unexpected. Our dear friend Ryan, who recently passed, he owned the company Rubbish Works, and he would have to go into some of these hoarder houses and clean them out. And he would say some of the things that he would find in there are just, make your toes curl.
That's crazy.
Also, if there's ever a refrigerator at one of these hoarder houses, just throw it away. Don't even open it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even open it.
So
Okay,
gross.
Here's the spatula. You see how the handle on the spatula is right there?
Oh.
I mean, it's within
They
reach.
could have
of the
used that's a
bag.
cake batter one too.
That's
they
not
could have
cake
used.
batter. That's not brownie batter.
Oh.
Here's the magazines and the file cabinet.
I'm saying both ends are in play.
No.
There's also some pliers right next to the spatula. That's interesting. Here's the here's the toy.
You know what's cool is they still had a bunch of unused USB cords that nobody knows where they go.
Whoa.
Is that for your tushy?
That's a tush.
I suppose so, but at least it's got a good handle.
It's got a retrieval handle.
And then here's the
Sweet sex straps. Booby looking good, baby.
Looking good, wild strawberry.
Save those.
Yeah, dude.
I get why you save
Can you
those.
imagine being the model for that?
That's not a hoarder. That's a wise person.
He looks like the uncle from Napoleon Dynamite.
She's having a good time, though.
The guy's agent called him up. Was like, I finally booked something for you, Neil.
Uncle Rico?
Uncle Rico's. I'm going to just stop there.
All right, one more, then we'll get to the douchebag of the day.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me get rid of these pictures. Hey, guys. I heard you guys talking on Friday morning about blocking the fast lane accidentally. I wanted to take the time to clarify something for you and all other listeners. The freaking highway code states that all but the right lane are passing lanes, and you should treat each lane to the left as a passing lane to the right. If people did this correctly, traffic backups would be reduced. You'd be less likely to see speeders threading their way through traffic, and we might even be able to raise speed limits in some cases. Wouldn't that be cool? But nobody in America does this. People just get on the highway and pick a lane, and that's how it's supposed to work, they think. If people are passing you on the right, you need to move over. I'm tired of being stuck out here behind the fleets of Equinoxes and Foresters driving down the highway doing 56 in fighter jet formation, and the only way around them is one lane on the left. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk sent from my Samsung smart refrigerator.
Retire that phrase.
All right.
Yeah, and they're not completely right either. I love the enthusiasm, and I'm with you, but the right lane is not the cruising lane. Not on interstates. Sometimes that's the exit lane, that's the merge lane. Sometimes you got to get out of it to let the flow of traffic merge onto. You can't just
not impede.
Because it's just as annoying when I see people in a far right lane just like running people off the road while they're trying to like merge from another interstate because they won't get into a center lane. I do agree the flow of traffic should move faster moving from right to left if you're on like a 6-laner, but it's not everyone drives in the right lane unless you're passing. That's not 100% factually true.
Hey, just let's take care of one another, okay?
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there, guys.
Be cool.
All right, listen, we've got to take a break.
Buying a home.
About 10 minutes, we'll hop over to the number 2 show stalls.
The Staldio.
So we'll start that up. The Limp Bizkit videos are now officially up on all our point socials. Our porn socials. Lern's video, Rafe's video, and King Scott's video. So make sure you watch those and hit the like button. Smash that like button.
Smash.
For the one you think is the best one. Moon,
Share them all, though.
Share them all, though. That'd be very nice. Today's podcast is titled
Suck These Ovaries.
Right on.
Thanks for saying that, Rafe.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else, Moon?
If you're going to be in the SoCal area, headlining the Wiltern in L.A. on Friday, and then San Diego Bay Fest, Sublime Atmosphere and Goldfinger down in San Diego. It's going to be sick. I know there's actually a lot of St. Louis folks that are going to be out there, and we do have some SoCal weirdos and Rizvangelists, so I will see you out there.
All right. Learn.
Follow me on the socials. Go like my Limp Bizkit video. I want to win. Learn versus radio. Thanks.
Rafe.
Follow me also on socials. Join us for the number 2 show. Vote for her video. She wants to win. And
no, yours is great.
Throw it.
I ain't throwing it. I have that much confidence.
Great.
She needs help. Follow us. See you in 10 minutes on the number 2 show.
All right, download my new episode of Stupiracy. It's out now wherever you get your podcasts, and make sure you give it 5 stars and spread the word. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, which is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From O'Fallon, Missouri, Zachary Wright is our Teamers Member of the Day, and he wants to hear this song. Here it is.